Live from planet Earth. 'Tis the Starfleet Boy after dark. Where that voice was
That
from.
sounds like, what is that alien? That sounds like something I've heard. That sounds like the Galaxy Quest aliens. Wow,
For the Mars attacks.
there's people like waiting in the audience. Thank you. Uh,
That's good.
Joel's like, they finally started.
We'll Venmo
Uh,
all your money to you soon. Thank you.
yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Who else is here? It looks like Blue. I'm fading fast, but I'll be listening. Blue's in Iceland, so yeah, it's kind of rough. Blue, I'm sorry.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep. It's like we want to have Al. I never get to stream with Al because my streams are always not when he's available. Or he doesn't like me. I'm not sure which one it is.
Oh, he's told me he doesn't like you.
Oh, damn. Damn it. Damn it.
I
Oh,
mean, I
well.
don't know. I can't really understand them. Just kidding.
Damn. Ruben's not holding any punches
Woohoo!
tonight.
My wife's out to town for a couple weeks, so
Oh, is that
I can be
right?
extra loud.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
she is in Europe for 2 weeks for work.
Oh, that sounds like. I hope she's having fun. I know work is work and everything else. Cerulean Blue's here. The good Blue. Sorry, Blue Spark.
And when she comes back, soon after she comes back, we're gonna go to the Galapagos.
Oh, you are?
Yes, it's in the
Oh, wow.
works.
Are you going to send us like live updates from the Galapagos? Like
I'm gonna
pictures?
take a bunch of iguana eggs to Galapagos and destroy their ecosystem.
What are you talking? Who are you, Adam Soong? What are you? That's your name is Adam Soong.
And then I'll go back in time and stop Neil Armstrong from launching into space.
Ruben, we can't talk about Star Trek Picard until more people get here, just because if it's just you and me, it's going to be horrible.
How do you not talk about Star Trek Picard? That's my question. Well, I watched The Batman.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
What'd you think?
it was the okay.
It was the. It was the okay.
It was okay. Yeah, I didn't hate it, but I didn't
I was
love it
profoundly
either.
moved by that movie. I really enjoyed it. But
By
it
The
might have.
Batman?
Yeah, well, I saw it in the
Uh,
theater.
oh, okay. In theater, I could see it's probably a really nice movie in the theater to watch.
It was beautiful. Yeah, it was like that's the thing that I remarked about it. I also liked the the detecting stuff, and I liked how weird it was. Like the reaction of people, like I just imagine that's exactly what it would be like if a man was allowed on a police site dressed as like this bat in tactical armor or whatever. He looks in his armor. He looked pretty formidable.
I
So
mean, I guess.
it just was
You talking
impressive
about
with that
Batman?
music, with Michael Giacchino's
Oh, the
music.
music
Hey,
was great.
yeah,
The performances were
Marcelo.
great.
Are we talking about my favorite composer working in the industry today? Are we talking about Michael?
Yes, you're
Colin
always on a
Farrell
first
was
name basis.
amazing.
I love it. Ruben was just telling me that he saw the Batman because we were trying to avoid talking about Star Trek Picard when it's just the two of us, because because there's no moderator to like
I'm
stop
here
us.
now.
There's no
So,
there's no Marcelo to
So-
stop us.
ding
There's,
ding.
there's
In
no
this
one to
corner, we
stop
have
me
Starfleet
from
Boy,
from
and
going
that corner
full
we have Ruben.
full board queen
Watch as
on
my
Ruben.
friends go at it.
No, we're not gonna. We're actually
Round one.
Actually, I
Fight.
heard a little tiny bit of your conversation on Boat Wreck, so I'm excited to go back and finish listening to that because it was very entertaining. It was cool to have you and Braxton and PJ. That was fun. Shout out to Boat Wreck. Everyone go subscribe to that channel. One thing though, why wouldn't you guys? Did you guys hear PJ loud? Because he's like so soft in the final recording. So I was wondering if it was something.
I heard him a little bit soft, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
if it was
let the
soft
guy
enough
know
to-
he hates. I think PJ, if you're in the audience at all, I can tell you PJ hates like when sound goes wrong. So he's probably like so angry that no one
PJ
told him he was quiet.
PJ to me always comes in very very flat and soft. He
No,
doesn't
there's
have
a lot of dimension to PJ's
he
voice.
doesn't-
We shouldn't talk about PJ when he's not here.
no, but no, but in a good way. His
Yeah.
voice doesn't it has a very, you know, straight tone to it. It's not loud. It's not abrasive. It's very
He's even
soft.
keeled. He doesn't really go like I do, where I'm like, oh, oh.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, he's like,
Oh my.
that's how I. That's my own impression of myself. It's like, woo. Did you guys see the teaser, or are you opposed to seeing the little teaser that Star Trek, the official Star Trek account on Twitter put out for the next episode of Picard, episode 9?
Oh, I didn't know.
Ruben, can you do me a favor? Because I don't want to go through this again. Just very politely tell him what I thought about the latest episode of Picard, and tell him what.
No, you're gonna tell us on. Aren't you coming on Sunday, Marcelo?
Yes, of course, I'm coming on
Yeah.
Sunday. But as a joke, I was like, Ruben,
Oh.
can you just slightly nudge him, because Ruben has made me into a Sith Lord about Picard.
I've done nothing. I've done nothing.
Wow, why do you blame Ruben for your own? You can't take responsibility for your feelings about Picard, Marcelo.
But in all seriousness, it just took a little bit longer. I mean, I just reviewed Where No Man Has Gone Before, so it just took a little bit longer for me to go to the dark side. But now I'm over there, and I have Ruben. I'm holding the drinks for Ruben, and I'm just rooting on. But seriously,
yeah, I'll give you a quote from our Twitter chat here. The only saving grace for me was that my friend was there watching it with me.
Why don't you guys do this on the main chat? Like, why do you guys have these side chats? I want to see these things as they're happening.
Secret chats.
Yeah, secret.
Because we're also sexting in between. So.
Oh, wow.
But in all seriousness,
I love Marcelo's laugh, man. It's so amazing.
Yeah. In all seriousness, I'll save my thoughts for Sunday.
We're not going to play the Star Trek Picard teaser, but I'm going to put it in the private chat, and also the link to it. It's an official Star Trek link. I'm going to also place the link to it in the main chat, guys. So the way we're going to do this is we'll just all queue up at the same time. And then we'll, I don't know if that link.
Wait, so we're not going to talk about Picard until Sunday?
No. We'll talk about Picard. It's fine. We'll talk about Picard, but casually, as we talk about other things.
I saw that shit at 10 a.m. on Thursday, man. I've been waiting.
We are going to talk about it, but don't you want to see?
I have a weird gap on my Thursday mornings now, so I'm watching Picard every Thursday.
I actually am glad you're watching Picard. Don't get me wrong, because I want it to get all the views, so I'm happy that you're watching it. So.
I mean, if you guys want to watch the, trailer, the teaser, go ahead. But I'm gonna be Switzerland. I'm just.
How long are these teasers usually? You know what? No, I haven't been watching them, so I'm not gonna sully my season 2 experience so far.
Oh, come on! Let me give you spoilers. I want to talk about.
All right, I'll watch it.
All right, cool.
Let me look it up.
All right, you got to get through the Strange New Worlds trailer and then pause it right after. Which, by the way, the Strange New, I don't ever get tired of watching the Strange New Worlds trailer, which I feel like Ruben's the same.
No, but you know what?
Have I even watched it?
No. You know what though? I have really liked the marketing for Strange New Worlds, but I'm in love with a piece of material that someone sent me a while back, and I still think that first look that I got at Strange New Worlds was the best look. That it's a show that I've liked out of all of them so far, and that trailer hasn't shown up.
Yeah, because I think that was only for that investor call, Marcelo. Just FYI.
Okay.
So you got to see something not many people have seen. We're not going to play this on the stream, but I'm just saying this is where you want to line up. What happened? Why are you laughing, Ruben?
I'm watching it.
Oh, don't watch it ahead of everyone. Wait.
What? You haven't seen it?
No, we've seen it.
You had seen it already.
We're trying to do a thing with the audience. We're going to watch it at the same time. We want to see your
everybody
reaction.
else had seen it, and I was the only one who had. I just paused. I didn't see the rest. I only saw 10 seconds.
Nice. All right, so on the count of 3, I'm going to take this off the screen, though. And then we'll come back and we'll do we'll do like screenshots. Like we'll talk a little bit about it. All right, because since everyone here's caught up on Picard, so Marcel's
Guys,
dipping out.
I'm gonna be right back. I just have to change my headphones again. These are ticking
Okay.
off, so
hopefully
right
we'll
back,
have finished the trailer by then.
I'll
All
be
right,
right
here
back.
we go. All right, ready? On the count of 3, 2, 1, play. There's like a battle at Chateau Picard. It looks great. There's Eldor, hologram Eldor. What? We have to create our own destiny. Look at him. He's so evil. I think the kid and Dr. Trace are going to get... Oh my god, did you see Seven? What? I didn't see that the first time. She's like bleeding out. Anyways, we saw it.
Episodes streaming on Thursdays.
I'm so interested in how it's all going to play out. It looks really insane. Ruben, here, let me just damn it. Why doesn't this work? All right, here we go. The thing is, I wish this was on YouTube because then I could. Anyways, Ruben, what were Ruben's first thoughts as he was yawning? Yeah, the Borg Queen with a knife. What's up with that? Emergency Elnor hologram. I could live with Elnor being a hologram in my own home. Like instead of Siri, I would love for Elnor to be my personal assistant. Like that would be really rad.
Hello, sir.
Shout out to Evan Evagora. I'm about to put like this on screenshot mode. Hold on.
Giddy.
All right. Oh, come on. Stop. Pause. All right. Here we go.
All of a sudden.
I think Marcelo's back. Was that you or Marcelo?
Nope.
Not back yet. I'll be right back. Not back yet.
He's such a liar.
He just doesn't want to see.
He's just back right now.
Yeah, how do you know we were talking about him? Oh my god, emergency Elnor husband for Starfleet Boy.
Would you like a reach around, sir? Or shall I stare into your eyes this time?
That's not. No, we can't. We can't talk about Elnor like that.
After dark.
Man, this doesn't let you pause in full screen mode. What? They're really clever. These internet people. Sorry guys, I can't put screenshots on the screen in full screen. I have to capture it another way.
Are you just doing the Command Shift 4 screenshot?
No, I'm trying to like pause it, and when you pause it, there's like a... Well, maybe it'll work this time. But you have to wait for a commercial.
So right. I noticed something interesting about my Paramount Plus now because I went to no commercials.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because I can't watch TNG with commercials. It's really annoying. or
you got used to... Did you hear Netflix is doing commercials now?
I mean, they got to do something. All these streaming services, they have.
But then
no
it's
choice.
Turning into TV. Wasn't the whole point of streaming to not have commercials?
In my opinion,
yes,
all streaming services.
Oh, Marcel, I knew you were hiding out because you didn't want to see Star Trek Picard trailer stuff.
In my opinion,
Daddy's in the room now. I will say that streaming.
Daddy,
sorry, Ruben.
You're the daddy. You're like the youngest. We're your daddies.
Shut up.
It's Kid is in the room. Little smart aleck Kid who's gonna get his ass whooped.
Daddy, don't give me a spanking. I don't deserve
Daddy.
it.
This is Daddy right here.
Kinky
you got two Dadmirals right here.
It's getting real kinky up in here.
Anyways, Daddy, tell us what's Daddy in the room. Tell us what you're going to tell us.
But seriously, sorry for interrupting you, Ruben. But I do think that streaming is getting to that point where it's becoming almost as costly as a regular cable bill. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah. In my opinion, all streaming services should be free with commercials, and then you pay to get rid of the commercials and other content.
Yeah.
That's how it always should have been. That way they get revenue from the commercials, and then you get revenue from people paying to not have commercials. Because I was telling my brother was getting pissed off that Netflix kept raising prices, and I said, well, what else can they do? They don't get revenue any other way, so they have to increase prices every so often. Same with Disney Plus. Same with they all kind of have to do it eventually.
So Paramount Plus is the smartest one, you're saying, because they
Well,
have the
Peacock
two.
too. Peacock has
Yeah.
is free with commercials, and then you pay for no commercials and extra content.
All right, I think I figured out a way. There's going to be this like play symbol here. Oh, did it work? Do you see Picard?
Press record.
All right. No, I'm hoping the Netflix commercial price is cheaper and they just leave the people subscribed who are subscribed. I don't know.
Actually, but you know what? I've been actually fumbling with the idea of actually going to the original basic tier of Netflix, but I can't do that because I still have a couple leeches on my Netflix account that if I change everything, they'll start texting me like, "What are you doing? You changed our fucking aspect ratio." And I'm like, "Guys, you have no leg to complain because you are crooks and you're cheap bastards who don't want to pay for your Netflix. So you're leeching off of me. Don't worry, they're all my friends. I love them. It's fine. We joke all the time."
I have a wild sort of non-substantiated because there's no way to really say, but how many subscribers does Netflix lose this year? Or like when they report it was like 100,000 or something like that.
Yeah, but people are taking it so out of proportion.
No, but wait. I think that's all the Star Trek people. The people that only had Netflix for Star Trek. 100,000 seems like a fair and reasonable number. They lost all the Trekkies, I feel like. You know what I mean?
They have 200 million subscribers.
Yeah, it's true.
200
but I'm just saying,
million.
It was their first negative, and it correlates with the Star Trek departure. So maybe that's what it is. It's like all the Trekkies.
It's a lot of things. I mean, they're not cultivating their own content.
I'm gonna say it's the Trekkies.
No, but but I have a problem with the Trekkies, as you so put it, as you so eloquently put it there. Like if you are Star Trek fans at our level and you are still relying on streaming services to watch Star Trek,
what's our level?
The premium tier.
We're the premium tier Star Trek fans,
yes,
Marcelo. I'm not an elitist Star Trek fan. Star Trek's an open thing for everyone.
Okay. Before
our level, what level are we on? Like the third shap?
Show him your level.
Shap? Are we on the fifth shap? Do you know which shap we're on? Do you guys get that reference?
Okay.
Marcelo has a complicated 33 level
Alamarine.
Like the Masons there, he has a 33 level system.
33 level shap. 33 shaps.
No, but what I'm trying to say...
Marcelo's the Grand Shap Master.
What I'm trying to say is... That's okay, it's fine. It's all right. What I'm trying to say is...
I'm going to put myself down here so that I'm not as rude.
It's fine. No, it's fine. What you're in timeout. You're in hell.
Yes,
so you're in hell. No, what I'm trying to say is it's really surprising to me that a lot of Star Trek fans, both young and old, rely on streaming services to watch Star Trek. Like, don't you guys have the seasons that you care about, and don't you guys have them on digital or? Like, why are you relying on streaming services to watch something that you love? If you love something, you should own it in some way, or at least that's what I think.
I agree with that. And our friend Fathery, oh crap, I forgot to send him.
I don't agree with that.
He might not be coming.
Stop buying things. Get everything in the cloud. Stop buying physical merchandise that's destroying the planet.
No, but when
someone I think someone has to keep those Star Treks. I get because they're gonna start revising them soon.
I mean, I just want to point out that not recently.
No, but if you want stuff remastered, you have to pay the price. I think, right?
Yeah,
But I think it could be a subscription model too. You could pay for a remastered version of Deep Space Nine, like a little extra.
Right.
And you get the whole thing. Or, I don't know. You can figure out a way to steal money. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
It's like,
I just,
Is it? Sorry.
I just want to point out that in my example there, my bad example, and before Starfleet Boy stopped stop poking me. Starts poking me. I just want to say that all of '90s Star Trek that I finally finished collecting last year was digital. So it's all of my Star Trek from the '90s is in the cloud already. So and the only Star Trek that I have on physical media now is Star Trek Discovery for some ungodly reason. Well, it's not some ungodly reason. I know why I have it. And I recently got the got Kelvin Star Trek on digital for some particular reason. I have no idea why, but I will no longer collect physical Star Trek on physical media anymore. All of the Star Trek that I own from this day forth will be on digital and on the cloud through Apple. So
Shout out to Josh Smith and Ed. I think this is your first. Well, Josh has been
I
here
got a
before,
couple.
but
I'm on the minimalist train here with Josh and Cerulean.
oh yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
I've never owned a Blu-ray player.
You haven't?
Really?
You never went to Blu-ray? What?
No.
That's
You never went to
Last
Blu-ray?
DVD I ever bought was Star Trek 2009.
Well, there's a lot of comments about this. I think this is like a
Huh.
resonating
And then that's it.
topic.
I've never bought a DVD,
So
a Blu-ray player. I've never owned a Blu-ray.
so so
Yeah, so
I
Marcelo, you're an elitist because Ruben, you were talking about Trekkies like us. Now
Now I don't even download video
Ruben
games
feels
into
left
my own
out.
computer. I play
oh,
the games through the cloud.
Wow.
okay.
Ruben's fully clouded.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
22nd
So
century
but
boy.
yeah, but yeah, but on that basis, you could say that I'm clouded too because all of my Star Trek will be bought and stored in the cloud that I technically don't have control over any of it. I have access to it, but I don't have any way of Apple just one day burning down everything. And if they burn down everything, I'll lose everything, just like everybody else.
Yeah, no, I mean it sucks. Digital definitely has that downside that like for instance, I own movies on YouTube.
Yeah,
One
but
day YouTube decides to not have those movies anymore for whatever reason.
poof.
I don't know, you guys.
Poof. Yeah.
When I saw Star
Right,
Trek
yeah,
Discovery season 3 on TV, it looked really good. But when I saw it on Blu-ray, I just in my pants. Like it
And
looks
personally, I
really
think
good on
things like
Blu-ray.
Star Trek should be owned by the public by now because
Yeah,
we've
I agree
put
with that. It
billions
should be a
of
public
dollars
trust.
into it.
But like,
Oh,
what
you-
happens when it's a public trust? Like, how do you like elect the board of the writers and the producer? Like, how does that happen? Like,
No, I don't know. I don't know. I've thought about that. How do you organize it so that people
when
are
you
so
crack that,
motivated?
I'll start like pitching. Like, we'll do a movement like make Star Trek a public trust. Is that a good hashtag? Make
Well,
Star
as
Trek a
far as
public
it's
trust.
funny because there's a
Is it
political thing happening called the Great Reset, and I didn't
What is
realize
that?
that
What is
was
that?
part of it for like 10 years now, and didn't realize it. The Great Reset, basically, the high concept of it is you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. So it's
Hmm.
kind of like the idea of digital. I don't technically own Scream on YouTube. I'm
But does
allowed to
anyone?
watch it by YouTube because I paid them. But the
You
But
have
does
minute
access to
YouTube,
anyone?
it.
the minute YouTube says, "Okay, we don't want to show Scream anymore," my copy is poof.
Mm.
Or Star Trek 4. I bought it that day on YouTube
That's interesting.
to watch
But
it with you
then,
guys.
but then, if you don't, if someone, who owns it then? No one. No
Well,
one owns it.
well,
How
yeah,
does it? Is it
that's the
regulated by?
problem.
Is it regulated by robots or like AI or like how does it work?
I love that robots.
What? Isn't that how you say it?
Robot.
Robots.
I don't know. I just like
Robots.
it.
Robots, get it right. Good
Robots.
God.
Well,
You
that's
guys,
the problem. Though.
I'm
The
pretty
people
sure
who-
Mr. Rogers taught me English, and I'm pretty sure he says robots. If you go watch Mr. Rogers, and also William Shatner taught me English, and that's why I know sabotage is the right way to say that word.
Sabotage.
Sabotage. And
Sabotage. I thought it was sabotage.
sabotage. Sabotage. We popped Ed's cherry tonight, guys. So congratulations,
Ooh.
Ed, having your
Oh, wait
cherry
a minute.
popped here
Is
on
this
Stuff with
wait a minute? Is
Retro.
this Ed from the Spaces?
It totally is Ed from Spaces.
Oh, cool.
This is Ed.
Awesome. Nice to see you here,
Joel
Ed.
Joel says robots was sabotaged. And that's
Robots
totally
was
correct,
The gay
Joel.
ride.
But look at these comments. Cerulean Blue says collecting stuff is humanity's problem anyway.
Amen. The
Amen.
primary lesson of Star Trek is no fucking materialistic
Personal
bullshit.
possessions.
Yeah, the primary lesson of it. And it's funny to me how many Trekkies did not listen to that shit at
No,
all.
we don't. No,
Isn't it
Not even
like
a little bit.
no, not no. Of course not.
it's
course
funny. That's a good point.
Maybe it's
Like
not the primary though.
minimize.
It's one of the
It is
big
very Star
one
Trek's
of the
very
big
minimal,
lessons in
isn't
my
it?
opinion.
Especially like TNG. That people don't have a lot of stuff. Older people have stuff. Like Jean-Luc's Ready Room and Nemesis is
Well, you
filled with
you
stuff.
have things, but the things have some sort of
Personal meaning to
emotional,
you.
sentimental value
Mm.
Right.
rather than just like it's just an entertainment piece. It's just a movie, it's just like rather than just stuff, Like I have a
Someone
wall of Funko Pop toys,
right.
like why?
Can I show you my Funko Pop thing that I got? I gotta go get it, but I'll show it to you guys. That I got at Mission Chicago. I love it.
Did you
Didn't
get
someone really wise once say, "Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can."
Oh, who's that
I have
asshole?
no
Said
idea.
that?
Joel points out that TNG does have ghost candles. Yes, once you give up possessions, things get wild. Things can get weird.
I will also say that since I've gone into the minimalist world, I really love it. I don't feel like I'm weighed by these things around me. It's an interesting sensation when you're used to more having more stuff around you.
Okay.
Well, I'm
No,
just saying from
actually,
a quality perspective, like when I watch Star Trek on a Blu-ray, personally, like I've seen the difference between the streaming thing. Everything seems like crisper and clearer and more like resolute, from the images to the sound to everything. Like, so I think like one of the things a lot of people in the beginning would critique Star Trek Discovery for having like for being very dark, right? But when you pop in the Blu-ray for Star Trek Discovery season 1, it's like it's just less dark. It's not like Game of Thrones like battle, dark like that one battle. It's like there's actually stuff there. And when I compared it when I watched the streaming, there is like something that's lost. Like there is like a diminished quality even though it's supposedly like 1080 or whatever.
no. I mean,
So I
no.
think
I
if you
mean,
want to see these things, like I think eventually streaming will surpass physical media in terms of like that quality. Like I think eventually that won't be an issue anymore once the compression codecs and all that stuff surpass whatever quality you can get on Blu-ray. But for now, I think Blu-ray still gives you a like the exact image that they intended you to see like when they were making it. You know what I
I
mean?
think
Like
physical media will become the currency in the coming apocalypse when there's no more entertainment. And so people will look for DVDs to watch in the
and you know what?
while eating rat burgers.
And you know who's gonna control the flow of DVDs and Blu-ray players? Kingpins and drug lords.
Yeah. The Bill Gates in the apocalypse owns
Yeah.
thousands of DVDs right now.
No, but I do agree with you, Cap, that for me personally, Star Trek Discovery looks beautiful on Blu-ray, um, because there still is that noticeable difference between, um, streaming and Blu-ray. The only platform that I think really kicks the asses of all the other platforms in reference to quality and upload strength and all that is Apple, because almost everything that they put on Apple, sorry, looks it's streamed in 4K in the highest quality in the highest quality possible. It just looks
yeah, Apple does look damn good.
great.
Apple TV Plus. We have I think Gay Lynn might be a first time commenter. Welcome. I donated 76% of my stuff when I moved. It was free. And
Very
then
exact
Cerulean
number.
Blue, this is really insanely cool. Everything I own fits into my 37-foot long toy hauler RV, smart car in the back, F450 in the front. I travel the country, parking where I want, doing what I want. As long as I have internet connection, I'm home. Wow, that's
Cool.
amazing.
Yeah, I live near a big park that has an RV area.
If you ever
Pretty
pass
cool.
through the Miami area, let us know, CB, because we would probably want to hang out.
TY Park.
If you're down, of course.
Topekigi Youngkey Park. Something like that.
Cerulean Blue, will you check in and let us know whenever you're on the streams, like where you are, like if it's a new place from last time? That sounds so cool. Like I feel like I want to follow your adventures now.
Yeah, when I got rid of my first house, the one in Kendall, remember? I got rid of so much stuff, and then I was like, and then when I had the opportunity to get all that stuff back, so to speak, like start filling my life with it again, I was like, I don't really want to. I kind of just me and my laptop.
Me and my laptop. I like that idea too. I would love to live in a. Yeah, that's kind of a cool dream. Maybe I'll do that when I retire, to like just move around. Do you remember that show, Ruben, on AM radio? It was like a show. This guy like, oh, what was it called? Where he talks about like the paranormal and like aliens and like all kinds of like wild theories.
Ghost Hunter.
Art Bell. Do you remember Art Bell?
Art Bell. Yeah,
I feel like Art
that.
Bell traveled around in an RV and broadcast. Like this is back in the day before.
You guys mind if I eat?
Podcasts. What's that?
If I eat real quick, I haven't had dinner, so.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I just want to eat something real quick.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Tonight I'm gonna have.
What are you having there?
I'm having an Energizer tonight.
Battery.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't do it, man. You need
call
your
it
brain.
the Borgness special.
Oh, don't do that. No.
Are you trying to develop your nanoprobes?
Do it properly. Do it better than Girardi did it.
No, I did this when I was a kid. I know not to do this.
Oh.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Oh my God, Charlie. Oh, good Lord.
That was really great. By the way, I think that I heard the part on the show where you guys were complaining, like, why doesn't Girardi more messed up from the batteries? I have a true explanation.
Okay, go ahead.
Because she's using a blender, making it into a smoothie, battery smoothie.
So, like, if you pay attention, she does look sick. Like this, like when you're poisoned by heavy metals, you start to get sick. But the Borg Queen's like so smart. The Borg Queen consciousness or codex, if you will, is so smart that it knows how much time it has. It's calculated how much time it has to live before getting to the next stage to have the nanoprobes become strong enough to actually start healing the organs that she's damaging. So she's like carefully, it's like she knows that this like thing is like, she knows a human body can like withstand so much, and she's not afraid of letting something become decrepit and corpse like. If you look at the Borg Queen's normal normal condition and Borg in general, they're all kind of like corpses in a way, right? Like they have the most minimal amount of nutrition that needs to keep the non-cybernetic portions intact. So she's totally eating batteries to develop the nanoprobes so that they can start transforming the body into its proper Borgness. So it's like a very careful mix of like, you know, almost death.
I don't know what the hell you just said, but all I gotta say is the missed opportunity to have her face get cut up and then the Borg Queen heal it with nanotech, but it's still kind of fucked up, so that she's slowly basically turning Borg little by little.
That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, I do agree.
And
with
turning
that,
into a monster if she's the villain kind of thing.
It was a missed opportunity, but I also don't care that it. I mean, you're right. That would have been a great scene.
Just for
but maybe
FYI,
that's in the next week's episode. By the way,
gas-powered cars have acid batteries, not lithium batteries. So she would have killed herself eating battery cars, but unless
she was only eating the metals, I think is what they said, right?
I'm not even going to get into how they could have written that in 1,000 different ways to make it way more.
You think
interesting and less weird? Where she's
maybe really?
I loved it. I loved the eating batteries. Like I thought it was great. I thought that was one of the highlights.
On top of 1,000 other bizarre things in the
episode. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know how it's gonna end, but Text Trek had some good theories tonight on their thing. My theory is that like the future Borg Queen that we see Ricardo and Dr. Teresa, as well as La Serena, and that's what you see come through is like the collective that started with them. It's like a demented family.
Wait, you saw?
No, that's my theory.
Oh, I
Like,
have this super dark theory that's just totally messed up. I don't even think it's fit for After Dark. But
wow.
Oh, we're
so
here.
wait,
I don't
your
know if we should
theory
hear
is that
it. If it's not
Rios?
even fit for
We're
After Dark.
here.
You think Rios and Muchacha, whatever her name is, I don't remember her name.
Dr. Teresa.
Doctor Teresa, imagínate si
Teresa.
estuviéramos casado y yo quería cingar tu amigo. Like, what the fuck is going on in that scene?
No,
It
no,
just
no, no,
becomes like a
no,
novela all of
no,
a
no,
sudden.
no, no,
It's so
no, no,
bizarre.
no. Esta wea más mala que la chucha.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Fucking
What are you
weón.
guys saying in Spanish? Is this like
Oh my
rated X?
god.
Is this? I guess we're supposed
It's
to be
so
rated
weird.
R on
See,
this.
Could you imagine
I'm so
meeting
pissed
someone?
off that
Yeah.
I speak that I speak in my mother tongue. See, I'm so
Wow.
angry.
Oh, can I read you more of a Twitter chat with Marcelo?
Oh my gosh.
Twitter
Hold on,
chat
before you
with Mar. You should get a little graphic that says Twitter.
before
chat
you get to
with
that, I just want to
Marcelo.
read some CB comments. I fly drones for fun and play with my pups
Ooh.
when not at work. Nanoprobes are able to absorb it all through her digestive system. See, there you go. This also
Sure.
explains why the drones on Enterprise were taking so long to go Borg. They didn't have the proper materials within them yet. Flax never obtained them. Phlox, not flax.
Flocks.
And then she likes acid, like acid jazz, or like
no,
acid,
lead
like
acid. That's what's in a gas powered car battery.
Oye, vato.
Now, if they were smart, they could have had electric cars parked there and shown her going through those lithium batteries.
Yeah, but then you would have complained, why are there like 20 electric cars parked in
No,
the
I'm
same
already
place?
complaining that the Borg chick has to eat batteries to begin with. But I can complain. That's like complaint number 1455 on the
1455. I'm like 7,000.
You guys,
Sorry.
you
I
guys
don't even
make
know how
it.
to prioritize them anymore.
You guys make it show for a second while I go feed my cat. I'll be right back.
No, I mean, let's not talk about Picard. I don't want to talk about that shit anymore.
I do. No, I do want to say something about
okay,
Picard,
go ahead.
sort of, but not. But it's
Go ahead.
kind of speaking to a bigger issue.
Go ahead.
That, like, in this episode, she does the scene. Spoilers for Picard. In case it's out, just put it out there. But sort of, it's not really a spoiler because that's kind of what I'm talking about. The scene when she runs on the car, where I'm like, they showed that in the trailer like 6 months ago.
Yep.
And I hate when movies or TV shows do that shit.
The trailer for trailer, or just just
like
spoil,
everything in a
big
trailer
moments
should
like
be
that.
from like the first hour of your show,
Okay.
and then nothing else after that. Because the whole season I've been like, oh, that scene with the car hasn't happened yet, and then I was finally like, oh, here are the cars.
Okay.
Here, I was like, oh, it's about to happen, and then it's like, I already saw it, so it's like there's no excitement with it.
There's no surprises, right?
I hate it too. Thank you, Blue. Love you.
Yeah. No,
Just
I
because you agree
mean,
with me.
no, I mean, guys, for those of you who love Picard for whatever reason, we're not trying to suck the air out of the room. Just because we don't like it doesn't mean that you are a bad person or you don't understand what good television. It just didn't work for us, for reasons. But on that note, what did you do this week, Ruben? Did you interview somebody? Did you write something cool? What'd you do?
Oh, are you asking? This week I sent
what'd you do?
in, I guess version 5 of a pilot that I'm writing for a producer in New York, along with all the pitch materials.
Version
What else did I do?
Do you? Okay, no. Finish, and then I have a follow up. Finish.
No, I think I put out an interview too on Pop Axiom. So, but yeah, I primarily worked on that. Worked on another a script I had to send today for a national reading thing that's going to happen next month. I don't know if it's going to get picked, but I just submitted for that thing.
Very cool. Um, no, but when you say that you do, draft five of work on a pilot for a producer, do you have do you ever have an issue with doing work on a pilot for a producer, and then let's say that show gets picked up, right? Do you
Mhm.
like? Will you have a problem if the producer says, "No, I created this thing"? Like, are you comfortable being a gun for hire, basically, or how do you feel about how do you feel
Uh,
about credit when that's I think that's what I'm trying to ask.
I think it depends. I worked on a project where I didn't really create any characters or anything like that. I was
Mhm,
given the synopsis for 2 episodes. It was a 6 episode web series, I think, or no, maybe 8.
mhm,
So I had the synopsis for the whole season, and then I had synopsis for the 2 episodes I was supposed to write.
mhm.
I wrote what I wrote. They kind of gave me notes. I updated it, and that was it. So I don't really. I get my writing credit as the writer of the script for that episode,
But then,
uh,
but then you're hands off, right, for the
but
rest
then
of
I'm
the.
hands off. In the case with this pilot, I've created a lot of stuff for it, so I'm asking for co-creator credit
If yeah,
because
yeah,
I've
yeah,
created
if it goes
characters.
through.
Yeah, because I created
Okay,
characters, I've created plot lines, I've created future episodes.
okay.
Um, so I've come up with a lot of stuff for it.
No, that's no. I think that's very interesting because possibly, maybe towards the end of the year, I'm gonna give you um the Bible for 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 my TV show I told you that I'm still writing now, and uh, I there's at least maybe one or two episodes that I might want to hand you, but what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to tell you what I would like out of this episode, and then I'm just going to let you play with it. But
Right,
but before you do that, I'm going to send you a sample of a couple episodes so you can get the voice of my characters right, because I don't, I think because the last thing I want to do is give you um just an outline and say go. I don't want to do that. Um,
right.
I
Yeah,
should
every
not.
project is different, so it just really depends. But and
Yeah.
then I've had these situations where I've asked for co-creator and they say no, and I'm like, okay, I won't work on this anymore then. And you can't
Okay.
use any of the stuff I came up with.
Has there ever been a project that you've been really excited to work? That you've been really excited with the work that you've done on it, but you've been really heartbroken that they didn't do certain things or that project didn't move forward.
Oh man, I've been part of dozens of projects that don't move forward, and it's sad that I wish would have. But like I wrote a Star Trek, a Star Wars. I guess it would be a short film or a TV pilot, but it technically wasn't a TV pilot. It was just meant to be like a short film, but the
Mm-hmm.
length of it was sort of a TV pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and that production was about to start shooting when one of the producers had some financial issues
And
and had to basically pull his money out of the project.
oh.
And I mean, I ended up getting paid for the script, so I don't really care at the end of the day, in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
I got to write the script. They really liked my whole pitch for the idea, so
Mm-hmm.
um, they didn't really bother me with like a bunch of crazy notes or anything like that. And it was an independent production. I tried to convince them to not make it Star Wars and make it our own thing because I was like, there's just no point. We can never monetize it.
No.
We can't do anything
Well,
with it.
why
It's
do
pointless.
you but why do you think creative people do that when they know they can't? I mean, I'm gonna I'm gonna write a spec for Star Trek at some point in my life, but I know that's not gonna go anywhere. But I want to do it because I just want to see if I can write Trek. I don't. I'm gonna do it as an exercise for myself. But why do you think creative people who make content on YouTube and make content for other social media sites do stuff like that, knowing that they can't monetize or knowing that they can't do anything with it?
I don't know. I think some people there's a lot of definitely a lot of, I don't know, I don't really have this bug per se, but there's a lot of creators who just always wanted to create something in a certain universe,
Okay.
and they just were really determined. They didn't like the Disney Star Wars at that time.
Mhm.
I know Rise of Skywalker wasn't out yet. I don't remember if Last Jedi was out yet or not. This was a few years ago. It was a while ago. Um, but they didn't like Disney Star Wars, and they just wanted to make their own Star Wars to just kind of feel better about themselves. I don't know. I don't know what it was.
Right.
I made a case to just be like, fuck that. Let's make a name for ourselves as filmmakers and make a cool indie science fiction short or whatever. But whatever we do, I wrote it. They loved the script, and they were doing camera tests and everything. They were going to shoot in Michigan because they wanted to shoot. They were even made sure they asked me to write a scene in the snow. So I set up
Oh,
the
cool.
script so it ends in a sequence on
In the snow.
snowy kind of foresty planet because
Right.
they wanted to shoot in Michigan in December. So like we're gonna get snow.
Mm-hmm.
I said okay. I said that's a fucking pain in the ass, but I'm not gonna be on the shoot, so I don't really care.
That's fine.
Um, but yeah, I never went to go. So that was really sad. But I didn't. A lot of the stuff I wrote for them, I was like, I really liked it, and I ended up kind of putting it into a script that I've been working on for a while, which I actually should go back to it. It's kind of my Star Wars. I jokingly call it my Star Wars. It's a science fiction script,
Mm-hmm.
feature film. Um, and so I incorporated a lot of the ideas I came up with in
Oh,
that
cool.
and kind of morphed them into.
Mm. No, but I mean, I I wish I could be like you, and I wish I could work on it like several different scripts at one time, but I can't do that. I can only focus on one thing until I get that thing down, and then I'll move on. I can't.
Right, right, right.
Um,
Yeah, no.
um,
Every writer work has different
yeah,
process.
yeah.
Every creative
Everybody
or
has a
whatever.
different process, but I wanted to pick your brain on another issue. Um, I mean, as creative individuals, one of the first things that they tell you when you say, "Oh, I want to make an independent film," or I want to do this short," the first thing that they tell you is never invest your own money into your own project. I'm breaking that rule because I I want to be at a place where I can produce my first, independent film or short by the end of the by the end of the year. I mean, I want to have the finances lined up.
Right, right.
And so what I'm asking here is, what do you think about pouring all of, well, in this case, my own money into a film that I would produce?
I mean, I don't know. I don't.
That's very
Finances are a
risky, right?
tricky thing. I mean, I think you should definitely have a plan of what you're going to do with the film afterwards to try to recuperate money. Festivals and stuff like that, because that all costs money too.
Okay.
Um, I mean, you know what? Like some people, if you believe in what you're doing and you think you want to take the risk, I would. I don't know. It's one of those things where like the movie business is so
I'm
weird. There's no
I'm
guarantee
s-
with anything.
I'm still not back, but Marcelo, one of the reasons you don't want to use your own money is it's, well, a couple of reasons why you don't want to use your own money is because if you can, the whole point is if you're going to be the director, you don't necessarily, you want the creative freedom, but you don't necessarily want to have the burden of producing the film and like
Right.
taking care of paying everyone and all that stuff. So it means like get someone, a company that can manage the film to do that so that you
Mm-hmm.
can just direct. So if your
Right.
ambition is directing, like you don't want to be like caught up in signing checks, like allocating budgets, like all that nonsense. So that's what I think, that's what the whole get the money elsewhere
Right.
means. It's like
Mm,
finance the film from like a film company or
right.
people who do that for a living, who like want to invest in
Mm,
films to make a thing, because they'll also have like a marketing and all that stuff. There are some rare directors that I'm sure, like Robert Rodriguez, did he not fund his original films or something like that? Like at a certain point, like to a certain point, you can do all that yourself when it's like guerrilla filmmaking, where it's you and your pals, a few very small production crew. Yeah, you can fund your own movie, and if that's what you're doing, I'm sure that it's fine. But I think they mean that like on a bigger scale. Like once you start hiring like grips and union people and all that stuff, it's better to get the money from elsewhere. All right, I'll be back. Sorry, that's just my.
I'll be back.
No, I mean, first of all, thank you for your input, Cap. I really appreciate it. But the funny thing, when people call me a filmmaker, I go, I'm not a filmmaker. I'm just the fucking lazy writer over here that works for the filmmakers. I am that guy that nobody talks about. Huh? I build the plans for the buildings that the directors build and the actors play in. But I am not a filmmaker. I'm a writer. Um, yeah. People always get pissed off at me when I say that.
Well, I mean, yeah, I
I
definitely
don't make
don't agree with
anything.
that.
Oh no, you don't agree with that?
No, I mean, you're part of a filmmaking is the ultimate collaborative artistic process,
Okay. So
and
you
everybody who's part of the process is a filmmaker.
okay? All right. Okay.
You know,
So you think we are filmmakers then?
I mean, I've definitely worked on films. I've done different
Right.
jobs other than writing. So,
Right.
I've directed actors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I would say I'm a filmmaker. I'm not a working filmmaker getting
Uh-huh.
jobs left and right like some filmmakers, but you
Oh no,
know,
but
I get my gigs and I'm happy.
but at least you're a working writer.
You
I
know,
mean,
I mean,
that's
I'm a writer because I like writing. I don't like doing really anything else, and so I understand where my position is in that in the process, which is
yeah.
very low in the totem pole. But
Yeah.
I kind of accept that. I enjoy the writing process the most of anything. So,
No, I mean, I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry,
no.
but the great thing about us is that we can walk in public and nobody knows who the fuck we are.
I mean, to me, the movie's perfect once the script is written,
Yeah,
and then the movie, and then the
done.
filmmaker, and then the rest of the filmmakers fuck it up.
Yeah. No, no, but I look, I love to write, but I also have ambitions to have to have my own company one day and to produce some stuff. So like with this, like with the finances that I'm trying to put together for this is a film um that I will just be a producer on, the main producer on, and I got the script from a friend of mine who lives in another country, um, and I already know some of the people that I want to involve in the project if it gets to a point where I can do that. But I'm trying to think, like maybe it'll work on like a micro budget or something because we only need 3 locations and no 4 locations. Yeah, 4 locations, but but then to go back to what host Sohail said, like I'm just trying to get the money together just to start the goddamn thing, but I haven't really thought about how I'm going to keep the fucking thing going. Huh?
Well, yeah, that's that's producer stuff that I do not like, so I do not get
Right?
involved in that sort of stuff.
See. I like that. I like.
Some people love it.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, and and when I tell people that I'm a writer, but I tell them that I also have uh, uh, I also have a passion to be a producer, and I tell them I like Hollywood politics, right? So I like all the behind the scenes shit that you don't like, right?
See, I don't like talking to people. That's why I like being a writer. So
Yeah, you don't like talking to people.
but see, I love writing 4 scripts at the same time. Like I like,
Yeah,
okay, I'm writing this for myself, and I'm writing this for this
you know,
producer, and I'm writing this for
God
that
bless you,
producer.
man. God bless you.
You
I
know,
can't.
I'm
I
writing right now. I've been working on the pilot for the producer in New York. I've been working on a sitcom pilot for a friend of mine who's a comedian, and I've been working on what the hell's the other one? I've been do my interviews, and then I have my lone screenwriting student, my
How's
first and
she
only
doing?
screenwriting student. She's doing good. She's got like
She,
20 pages.
is she still kicking ass? Because last time you spoke
Uh,
about her, you were happy.
yeah, yeah, she's getting
Still,
there. She's getting there. She's
okay,
doing
good,
good.
good.
I was working on another script. Oh, the other TV pilot for this actor. We've been working on that for a couple of years,
Oh, that's cool.
but that's another issue altogether
I'm,
because he's one of these guys that will watch something and then want to pivot what we're doing to be that,
to that. Okay.
and then watch something else 6 months later, and then what?
So he's very incorrigible. He's very
Yeah,
yeah.
basically.
Okay.
We started off making Jason Bourne uh,
Ripple.
with a in Miami, basically with a black dude, and now it's turned into I don't know what the hell it is anymore. That project stalled a little bit, but that happens too.
Okay. Yeah.
Things need time sometimes.
Yeah. No, but I think
So
I think one of the loveliest things that I'm gonna do if I can somehow pull this rabbit out of my hat is I'm gonna love being around people like us, and I'm gonna love actually being involved with the process of making a film, even if it kills me the first time. I think I'm gonna like it. Um, Now watch. If I do it, I'll probably come to you after the first 10 days. I'm like, Ruben, kill me. I just want to go in my room with my computer and just write. I don't want to deal with this
oh yeah, I
bullshit.
mean everybody. I like being on set. I like working. I like directing a little bit. I like working with actors a lot. So that's
Yeah,
from my theater days, and I
yeah,
worked a lot with actors in the theater.
mhm,
I mean, you're right around them all the time. So
yeah.
um, I like that part. I don't
You don't like
necessarily like
the grind.
the producing and numbers and stuff. That part.
Ah,
Um, but
yeah,
yeah, writing is my favorite thing. So
yeah. Can you talk about because you have a little small community um that's on your website. It's rubenwrites.com, right? You have
hmm
a small community of writers who you basically like have like a round table and you discuss what the people who are who are part of your website are working on.
no, my website's just basically like a big portfolio for a lot of the stuff I've done.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Why didn't I even recognize that yet?
I used to do an event every Tuesday that
I think
there was a cold reading event,
yeah.
but that was a while ago. Yeah, the Miami chapter of that hasn't
th-
been around for a while because there's a New York chapter, there's a
Okay.
Chicago, LA, and Miami, but Miami's been out of commission since COVID,
Right.
or since after COVID. So,
Right.
oh, you're back.
So
I'm gonna go use the
yeah.
bathroom.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Aha! You're stuck with me now, Marcelo.
Yeah. I gotta have him back on the show. Uh, damn. Look who he left me with now. Good God. That's all right. It's
Oh,
fine.
let me.
It's fine.
I'm gonna
It's
do one
fine.
of these. Wow, you don't want to be alone with me, Marcelo? You're afraid
No,
of me?
it's fine. It's fine.
Are you
It's fine.
afraid that I'll assimilate you to like Star Trek Picard with my
No,
thoughts?
but hold up.
Is that what you're
Hold up.
afraid of? Are you
Hold
afraid
up.
that are you ready, Marcelo, to be assimilated to
Are you
Picard?
ready? Hold up.
Look
I
at my
just wanna-
cool new beanie, by the way. Have you seen this?
Oh, cool. Is that? Oh, that is Trek Central.
It's Trek Central beanie, yeah.
So I guess like, can you make the announcement already? I mean, you're wearing their gear on your show. So can you
There's
just make
nothing
the
to announce yet. Sorry.
Oh, it's just that's
If there were something, you would hear about it first on Starfleet Boy Actual or on my Twitter account. So follow me there. But there's nothing to announce yet.
But
I have to
but
actually.
after
That reminds me, I have to send a subspace communique off into the subspace channels.
after we have to chat about something.
Sure. We got a ton of comments, and you guys never read the comments, so I feel like I'm obligé.
No, I'm sorry.
To go and read the comments.
I'm
There's
sorry,
some clever
audience.
things going on here.
Yeah, I just like talking to Ruben about writing, so I apologize for that.
That's okay. You don't have to apologize for anything. Cerulean Blue says Disco's flames are combustion waste of expanding intumescent foam that's flooded a burst EPS conduit, and the intumescent char created as the rocks you see burst forth from the bulkhead as it expands. That's now my head canon too. I don't even know what intumescent means, but it sounds hella smart, and I'm gonna look it up later, and it'll make sense to me.
How do Star Trek fans come up with the most intelligent gobbledygook that sounds so beautiful, but it's gobbledygook? But how do you guys do
that? I feel like a lot of people who watch Star Trek are in scientific fields, engineering fields, things like that. So let's see, a coating or sealant swelling up when heated, thus protecting the material underneath or sealing a gap in the event of a fire. Yeah, I would, Cerulean Blue, I think the pattern and like intentional way that those flames happen would suggest that they're part of a kind of like for lack of a better word, some kind of like regulatory or sustaining system aboard Discovery. It's just so goddamn dramatic, but that's like yeah, that's like whatever, it's fine. No one else had flames on their bridge, but it's kind of metal. I kind of approve anything that's a little bit metal, so yeah, it's cool. Speaking of metal. And then we have, let's see, Joel agrees it's canon now. I also agree that. Can you tell that I'm high? Yes. But it's all right. You're totally welcome to be. I'm hoping the writer Aaron, I think you're talking about Aaron Walke, makes it canon on Prodigy. He said in a chat we had to explain the rocks. I gave him that one. He liked it on Twitter. Ooh, I hope that becomes canon. I love it. That's very cool. That would be really and we got the scoop here on Starfleet Boy After Dark. So if it does become canon, we'll know why.
Aaron seems like such a nice guy. I just wish that I would like his show a little bit more. But he seems like such a nice guy.
I think there's enough people, Marcelo, that love the show that Aaron's not worried that you don't like it. But I know, having met him, I think he would love for you to like it. So I hope you'll keep watching and giving it a chance.
Of course,
like Star anything, Trek. It'll improve.
I gotta watch it
season to season.
It's Star Trek. I gotta watch it. I have to. It's a requirement. I have to. I just have.
All right. But also, I think he loves hearing. I mean, I can't speak for Aaron Walke, but if I were a writer, I would want to hear everything. Like, I think it's great to be at the vantage point that Star Trek creators are at,
right?
Because they see something we don't see. They're like seeing a wider. They're like getting direct feedback. Like, people are tagging them constantly. People are like adding them. Like, they're getting stuff that like you and I, as you say, people like us, maybe in a bubble of sorts, like in one segment of thought or perspective.
Star Trek fandom in one little bubble.
Yeah, whereas the Star Trek account and those who are involved with Star Trek, I feel like they see a wider range of opinions and things like that.
But the one thing that I always try to do, and sometimes I fail at this, and sometimes I let my emotions get the best of me, but I try and be respectful of all the creatives that work on Star Trek and who have worked on Star Trek, because I understand and I know how hard their job is. So, oh my God.
That's me as a model.
Is that when you still had hair?
No, I haven't had hair since I was very young.
Okay.
That was a wig as well. Do you want to go put on my wig? No, I'm not gonna put my wig on right now.
Get your very own Starfleet Boy.
Friends. I give you permission to have an Etsy store where you sell those for like
ridiculous.
I give you 100% permission like to start an Etsy store where you sell those
popcorn Starfleet
What's like
Boy?
A fair price? Like, audience, if you would tell me what would you pay? What would you pay? Tell Ruben what you would pay. Like, we could average out a fair price. Marcelo, if you were gonna buy that,
$29.99.
How much?
$29.99.
Dang, that's high. I was thinking like $2.
No,
Shit. How much does it cost to print, Ruben?
$25. So
Shut
$29.99.
up. Did that really cost you $25 to
No,
print?
no, it was 62 cents because it's color.
Oh, that's great. $2 is an awesome profit. It'll help you run your business and everything.
29.
Joel says $1. I'll take $1. That's still a profit over
We
62
should start
cents.
the Patreon.
Yeah, I'll buy that for $1. Yeah.
Oh, if you sign up to Patreon, you get one of those. That might be a thing.
Yeah, good. No, but seriously, Starfleet Boy. I mean, I know you have addressed this before on the show, but why haven't you done a Patreon for Starfleet Boy?
Starfleet Boy
Oh, Ruben.
At the moment, Starfleet Boy is invested in for like a couple of years, so we're in our startup phase.
Okay.
So there's some angel investors that have given. There's some angel investors that have given Starfleet Boy a little kickstart, if you will. So it's at some point I will have to figure out a way to perhaps have this endeavor pay for itself. But for the moment, we're secure in our funding. So at the moment, we're okay. But at some point, I don't even know. I mean, people were saying you should do a Patreon anyways. If I did, I would want to create some kind of community.
You can.
Like a community type of like beneficial thing, like where the revenue that the Patreon generates somehow is a charitable organization or something that like helps people. So we'll get to that point at some point, but yeah, it's gonna be called Starfleet Boy the Motion Picture. Yes, that's what it'll be called at that point.
Starfleet Boy.
We're at Starfleet Boy TOS right now.
No, wait.
Lucille Ball is funding. Lucy and Desi are funding it right now.
Wait. Starfleet Boy Premium.
No, I don't want to be exclusionary in any way. I want everyone somehow to be able to. I don't know. We'll talk. Marcel, this is boring. No one wants to hear about this stuff.
But I'm just saying, if you get a Patreon, I will 100% support it. Even though I work with you every goddamn week,
I would have to somehow pay you then. I would pay you back like whatever you support me. No, I'm blessed to have so much interest in the show, and people like Ruben come on here, and you and Fathery and like a slew of other people. So don't worry about it.
It's been a lot of fun.
Don't worry about the revenue for the moment. Right now, Starfleet Boy is invested in.
No, I just I've always been curious about that, but we can move on if you're.
But that's why we have certain rules like the PG-13 in the daytime. Because my investors watch the show and sometimes they're like, Starfleet Boy, you went too far, and so I have to kind of like be like, okay, what did I do? They're like the Admiralty in Star Trek. You know what I mean? Starfleet Boy just does. I'm like Captain Kirk, and all my role models, Captain Burnham. Like I just do what I want. Like on here. But then sometimes the Admiralty steps in. I like it. I like having admirals in charge of me. I need someone to yell at me every now and then. You can yell at me, Ruben, if you want to.
Oh, finally, okay.
You're like, finally.
After years, I finally get to lay into this bastard. I'm sorry.
Oh, I wish Florida were legal. It's such a shame what's happening in Florida. Oh, there's a conversation in the chat about legal weed. So I stick to legal weed. I'm an hour and a half away from Vegas in the Smart at 80. That's cool. Fortunately, Florida does have medical marijuana, so you can do that. But I think eventually we'll go recreational here. We'll see. If anyone in Europe wants to marry Starfleet Boy, let me know, because I'm down to move to Europe or also to Canada. If anyone in Canada wants to marry Starfleet Boy, just let me know. I'll definitely come and move to Canada.
Real quick, could you tell me the story of how you ended up in Seattle?
I just moved there.
But why? Like just
I'd visited it in 2008. And I fell in love with it. Like I just like, and you know how when you go somewhere and you just feel like that's your home or you want to live there?
Mm-hmm.
That happened in 2008. So then in 2015, I finally realized that dream and moved to Seattle. Ruben was there. Ruben like has seen me off on many of my hero's journeys.
And and you came back home because obviously because of family obligations, right?
Yeah. Also, because like I think that, and maybe I had like a Guinan sense of what was coming, and I was very fortunate. I came home during this pandemic. I would have been like so much more stressed.
Oh, you came home during the pandemic.
No.
Okay.
I'm saying I came home, and then a year later, like maybe a year and a half later, 2 years later, the pandemic
Oh,
happened.
okay.
So had I still been living in Seattle, I think I would have been way more stressed because I would have constantly been worried about my parents rather than by being here, I was able to like kind of shield them a little bit for a little while. So it was cool. Everything,
Okay, cool.
it's like what Guinan said in this episode. She's like the flow of time. It's not how we're very linear, just like the prophets told Cisco.
Right.
She's
Right.
like the flow of time is not exactly what you think it is.
Okay.
So oftentimes that's why like it's best not to like completely bash Picard until the season has completed, because we're all kind of waiting to see what they do with all this stuff, whether we like where it's where the plates are. Ruben's like, he's like, I'm not waiting at all. Ruben, you sure have a lot to
This
say
show
about.
is pure comedy to me now.
Wow.
I laughed so hard.
Picard
I
is
laughed
pure
so
comedy.
hard the last episode. I had to pause because I was like, I'm missing shit.
Picard is pure comedy.
I am so
Yeah,
excited. Real quick, sorry.
Wait, were you talking about something
Joel
else?
just says Seattle has great food. This is so true. I got to go back for Mission next year. Joel, did we meet? Did you go to Mission this year? Did I not meet you? I'm confused. I don't know. Sorry, sometimes I'm confused. But anyways, I would definitely love to meet you in Mission Seattle. I'm more excited than anything that the second mission is in Seattle. I'm just like, I feel like I'm gonna have to like take a 2 week vacation and just stay in Seattle for a little while before and after, because it's a great opportunity. I think Ruben, you and Janet should just bite the bullet now, and even if you don't want to go to Mission Mission Seattle, you just come hang out in Seattle because
When
it's
is
such a
that
great
one?
time.
When is Miss
That one's in at the end of May in May 2023. So
Oh, I was like, May this year? I was like, no way.
no, 20. Yeah. Mission Seattle is next month. You guys just spent a fortune
Yeah, we're
and your
gonna go
life
to
savings to go
Galapagos
to
and then
Mission
Seattle and
Chicago.
our
Yeah.
private jet. The Galapagos trip is on a very big discount too.
Nice. Yeah, so like just start planning. I'll send you the exact dates of mission, but you should come to the mission. It's so much fun. Like no matter like how like online all the new shows and you're not enjoying them and you don't like the controversy around it, but the vibe at the convention's not like that at all. Like there's fans who appreciate all of Star Trek, and you talk to anyone, no one's gonna pick on you like I do, Ruben, at Mission. Well, I will at Mission Seattle, but you can run away from me. That like if I start pissing you off, you just run away from me and go talk to someone about Voyager or TNG or TOS. No, seriously though, I think you would enjoy
Or
it. It was a
Enterprise.
good
Come
or
on,
Enterprise.
come on.
Yeah. Enterprise doesn't get enough love. It's true. My point is that like on the ground in person, it's a whole different vibe than what you see online or like even in these like
Getting from motherfucking there to here.
I was talking to a friend earlier today, and I just did I just released a lovely interview with a friend of the show, Marcy London, and Marcy said something very, very intriguing, and I'm paraphrasing here. She says that she doesn't really understand why so many people within our community give so much disdain to certain people for not liking all of Star Trek. She said, if you like one Star Trek show and just one Star Trek show, you're a fan. You don't have to like, Voyager, TNG, TOS, the animated series, Lower Decks,
that's 100% true.
If you like one show
or even a movie, you might be a fan of just like one movie.
Yeah.
Like you can fandom is not defined by other people;
right.
it's defined by yourself.
So I just like the way that she said that.
I think I'm the only real Star Trek fan, and if you don't agree with everything that I say, you just...
No, I think the other thing that that was a revelation to me when this guy said it to me almost a year ago. He said, "If I don't like something, you want to know what I do? I don't watch it. If I don't like something,
I did that
why?
with. I didn't think I would like Enterprise,
Yeah,
so I never really watched it, and I
yeah,
didn't
but
like Voyager, and I never really
yeah,
watched it. But
yeah, but
I'm a different person now. I'm hooked now. Like Star Trek, it's like the Borg Queen says, like I get the endorphins. I love Star Trek, so I can't not watch it. But fortunately, I'm enjoying it. I feel bad for Ruben who can't not watch it, and he's not enjoying, or you who can't not watch it and you're not enjoying it. I do feel bad for those folks. But
no,
like
I mean, look,
most people just check out of a show and they don't finish
dude,
watching it, which
I
I think
mean,
is fine.
dude,
Like I think
dude,
that's the thing.
dude, look, I'm not enjoying where Picard is going right now, but it's okay. That's
It's like
fine.
Doctor Who. I can't not
Yeah,
watch
it's
Doctor
fine.
Who, and I'm
It's
not
fine.
enjoying any of the Chris Chibnall
Yeah,
era of Doctor Who.
it's
Most
right.
of
Look,
it's like not entertaining to me. But fortunately, I don't have a show about Doctor Who, so I don't have to talk about it. So it's
but
like,
you know, but I just want to point out that look, I'm not enjoying Picard season 2 where it's going. Ruben's not enjoying it, but I am always going to support new Star Trek because the Rampuba of new Star Trek is
is
one of
Alex
my
Kurtzman. Yeah, you're an
yeah.
anomaly.
He's one of my guys.
I beg to differ. I'm greatly enjoying season 2 Picard as the greatest comedy
Oh, you
TV
lie!
Oh
show
my
of
god, here
all
we go.
time.
You gotta put it
It's
down.
like, guys,
Parentheses I says, I'm actually more excited about possibly going to Star Trek Las Vegas more than the idea of going to Mission Seattle. If it wasn't in Seattle, I think I might have skipped second mission to go to Las Vegas because I've always wanted to go to the Star Trek Las Vegas. I heard it's like a great show with like hundreds of guests and like you kind of it's like a different vibe and it's worthy of like going to.
it's Vegas, man.
Yeah, and Vegas is a fun town, yeah. And this year it's supposed to be on the Strip, so that might be more fun than usual. I would love to just go to see people dressed up on the Strip in Star Trek uniforms, like en masse. That would be just like a cool image, and I bet like a lot of photography moments would occur there and stuff like that. Um, but that being said, if so, yeah, that's if it wasn't in Seattle. So maybe the next year, if the mission is at a city that like maybe I've already visited, but I'm not like, I think the year after Seattle, I might just go to, unless it's in Miami. If mission's in Miami, then I gotta go also. But Father predicts Miami's like third or fourth. It's gonna be like mission Seattle, mission New York, mission Miami, or something like that. Maybe mission Austin as well. Like they're gonna hit up these like
Can we get
big
a
cities.
Can we get a Mission New York? Cause
Yeah, I'm sure the test pilot for Mission was in New York. They had a Mission New York
That's right.
and it was a test pilot for the Mission Chicago.
Yeah,
So
it was.
yeah, there was already one, but I guarantee there will be another one. It should be at the Javits Center. Have you ever
Yeah.
been to the Javits Center?
Yes, I have.
I hope they host Mission New York, the next one,
I've been there.
whenever that is in at the Javits. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, you're right. I am a rare bird because I'm a very, very unique Star Trek fan because I come at it from a different place that not too many Star Trek fans come to it from. I mean, I think the closest thing to me is this guy down here with the interesting hair on his head, Ruben. Um, you know, but I love the people behind the scenes more than I do the people in front of the camera.
Interesting. Daniel Co, who we met at Mission Chicago, says, I see Trek fandom within the franchise is like comic books. For example, you know how there's Superman, Action Comics, Man of Steel, etc. You pick the issue you like most and go on following it. Yeah,
There you
I
go.
think that's
It's
cool.
like, or it's like ice cream. All different kind of flavors. If you don't like one flavor, there's 10 other flavors that you can pick.
Joel, I'm hella excited about Ace coming back too. This is a Doctor Who sidebar. Yes, Ace, and who else? There was someone else coming back. I read. I didn't see I haven't watched the trailer yet, but I heard there's like a little teaser or something like that as well.
Yeah,
But
I actually bought the special, the pirate episode special. I haven't seen it yet, but I actually bought it. I gotta watch it.
I saw the episode with the Sea Devils and like
Yeah,
a friend of mine
that's the
has
one I'm
been
talking
calling Doctor Who the time traveler. since he no longer calls. He's like a huge Whovian, and he no longer calls Doctor Who like of this era. He calls it the Time Traveler. And actually, this
Why is
started
that?
for him in the 11th Doctor era, so he's been like checked out for like a while.
But you know what?
I call it
So-
Inspector Space Time because
Inspector Space Time.
because
Yeah.
of Community.
So that's like, I feel that's what this is. It's like this doesn't feel like Doctor Who to me, but I am excited about Ace
No,
coming back because
no,
Ace is
I-
awesome. Seventh Doctor's
I
companion.
I think the BBC really shot themselves in the foot, and I don't know if it was their fault or not. But when they decided to release that Russell T Davies is coming back, I think they shot themselves in the foot, and they also took out poor Chris Chibnall's legs under. They chopped out his legs from underneath him, man.
I feel like I don't know what went wrong because I've liked Chris Chibnall's Doctor Who stories. Like they've been pretty good. So I'm not sure what went wrong. Maybe we'll hear the story like years later. Maybe
No, I
there's
think-
like things that like. So I don't want to blame just Chris. I call it the Chris Chibnall era because people tend to refer to the Doctor
It
Who
is, yeah.
modern eras by their
It is.
writers, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. So
When did
but
he come in?
That he came in with
After
Jodie
Moffat,
Whittaker.
yeah. After Moffat, yeah.
After Moffat. So he's
Well, she's the current Doctor, no?
she's the current
Yes,
Doctor.
current
Yeah.
Doctor.
Oh.
And that's the thing is I love her. There's like moments like for example in this last episode like Tegan and oh wow Tegan's coming back too. Wow. Oh geez, I gotta go watch the trailer.
Oh,
Okay,
is my favorite alien from the Chibnall area, Tim Shaw coming back? I love that idiot. Tim
Oh
Shaw.
god, I forgot about
The
Tim
guy with
Shaw.
the fucking
Anyways,
teeth.
Jodie Whittaker's great as an actor, and she has some really great moments that she's brought to Doctor Who. Like especially in this last episode, there were really great moments between her and the character Yaz. I think it's the first time the Doctor's
Yaz.
kind of like since
Yes.
Rose. Yaz.
Yes,
Says all the time.
I think since
That's all she ever
Rose-
says. They say, "What do you think, Yaz?" Yeah. The world fucking destroy itself.
They should do jokes like that. That's
Yes.
funny.
Oh my god.
But since Rose, I think this is the first time we've seen the Doctor express romantic feelings towards anyone. Like,
but
you know.
but
But
my
what
main
I-
problem.
I just want to say that, like, so Jodie Whittaker is definitely not the problem. I
No,
think
she's
she's
not.
phenomenal, and I actually
No.
kind of wish
She wasn't the problem.
we could see her under Russell T Davies.
Oh, I would have loved to
Should
see
happen,
that.
because-
man.
What's
they
that?
Can't all be, they can't all be winners. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fair.
that's
They
true.
can't all be winners.
No, but
That's true.
You know what?
You know, I poo-pooed and like made so much fun of and hated on Babylon 5 when it came out. I was like, even though I didn't like finish watching DS9 in its original run because there's a whole complicated story about why that happened, but I was like a DS9 defender, and I would be like, Babylon 5 is just like a cheap imitation of DS9. And I totally, we all have our reasons for saying stupid shit or like just, bashing on a show in a certain way. But like ultimately, I think like for me, now that I've seen Babylon 5, I'm like, oh wow, that was actually a good show. Like, distance makes the heart grow fonder. And like a fine wine, Picard will age beautifully, and Ruben will be like, you know what? I was so hard on that show.
No, he
And
won't. No,
I
he
really
won't.
love it now.
No, he won't.
I listen to it. I
traveled
listen
the
to it to
future.
help me fall asleep at night because it's
No, he
comfort
won't.
food.
I
Watch, it's
Travel
gonna
to
happen.
the correct future where Renee launched, and I don't like Picard anymore. Then
Ruben keeps predicting that my ratings for Picard will go down over time. I'm gonna predict that his ratings.
Bullshit.
I'm gonna
No.
predict. You do predict that, right, Ruben? That's like one of your predictions, right? Okay, so yeah,
No.
and then I'm gonna predict that Ruben's ratings will go up over time.
No, they won't.
And we'll
No,
just
they
meet in
won't.
the middle. Yes, we'll
No,
meet
they
in
won't.
the middle.
No, harmonious
No, they
middle.
won't.
Yes, it will happen. It will happen. You'll see. I promise you. Like
No,
in
they
20
won't.
years, if we're still alive, check in with us. If not, I'll pull up the hologram of Ruben and we'll have a debate about it at that time.
Yeah,
Or,
virtual.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to suggest you would die before me, but you are a little older. So,
chances are.
chances
Hey
are, I don't know.
guys, hey guys, hey guys. I don't know about these two, but I still plan to be here.
I also
Yes.
snort an insane amount of cocaine.
Marcelo, whoa. Marcelo, you should live forever, sir.
No, I won't do it. No, maybe late 70s, early 80s, I think that would be a good time for me. Because I don't want to live too long, man.
Oh, buddy. Now let's get back on Jodie Whittaker
I think
here.
it's more about quality of life than
I,
length, you know?
yeah. I do want to, but I do want to say just one more quick thing about Jodie before you continue about Jodie. I love her as a doctor, but I don't think that her doctor has been particularly well served by the stories that Chris Chibnall and his team have laid out for her. So I don't, again, like you, I don't blame her. I blame one person for the mistakes that have
Alex
happened.
fucking Kurtzman.
No,
Fire that dude.
not this
I
time.
feel like
No, screw it.
you know what I feel like. If anyone has any complaints about like Star Trek Picard and like editing choices or like story choices or like this and that, if you go watch like the Sea Devil episode, like there's times where like the Doctor is on one side of a village and then they just jump cut, like it's not the kind of cut like where it's like a cut in time. It's like, you know how you switch angles in a cut, right? Like an angle shift, right?
Mm-hmm.
They do an angle shift, but they're in like another part of the village and you're like, wait, what? Like, and I get it, it's like MTV style kind of like, you know, I get where they're coming from, but it's so it takes me personally out of the moment, like watching this like choppy, crazy style of editing. And I just like, I know some folks are really vibing with it, but like that's one of my complaints. And so I'm like, when I watch Star Trek Picard, I'm like, oh, there's coherent editing. Like, you know, you guys complain like, oh, why didn't we see Girardi, like, you know, I forget what you guys were talking about, but like, why didn't we see certain things like on screen? And I'm like, no, Picard is doing it like way better than Doctor Who.
But I think our chief problem with Picard, if I could speak for us, Ruben, is
yeah,
from
he's
a
eating, so you're down.
Yes,
this is the only time you can speak for Ruben is when he has food in his mouth.
Yes. From a from a narrative story perspective, this season is a mess. It's a mess.
It's not a mess at all, Marcelo.
But
I could understand you saying like, I feel like we should wait for this kind of like judgment until the season has ended. Like, I understand that you're not like necessarily interested or following perhaps like where they're going, but wait till it ends and then cast a judgment like that. Like, you could just say like this episode was a mess, but I feel like don't get me wrong, I'm a super hyperbolic person, like you guys know this with my ratings and stuff like that. But I think it's hyperbolic to say this season is a mess when the season hasn't finished yet.
No, I didn't say the season is a mess. I said this single one episode.
Oh, then that's not a big deal.
One thing.
It wasn't a mess, by the way. I can prove it to you.
Oh.
But I'm not going to. Until Sunday. Sunday. I don't want to prove it drunk. I'll just get belligerent.
Sunday.
Yeah, I'll just get belligerent if I try to prove it while I'm drunk, and I don't want to be belligerent.
Again, look. Again. If you liked it, great. I don't want to suck your joy. But for me, Ruben, and I'm sure a whole lot of other people, it didn't work.
I fucking loved it, bro. Stop talking for me, bro.
All right, fine.
The greatest show of all time.
Daniel also says, I've always loved all things Trek, even stuff in the franchise that others don't.
It should be called Star Trek Insomniacs.
I even enjoy Star Trek 5. See, like, that's the thing, Daniel. Like, I also enjoy Star Trek 5. I think Star Trek ages really well. Like, all Star Trek seems to age really well. I feel like sometimes Star Trek's just, like, so ahead of its time that it creates a lot of, like, it creates a kerfuffle when it like airs, and then over time people are like, oh yeah, I get what they were trying to say. I feel like Picard, when we have actual people walking around with synthetic, like we have actual synthetic people walking around in society, people are gonna be like, that show Picard was like way ahead of its time. Watch. I came to love Spock's brain. Like, yeah, I even enjoyed Spock's brain. Ruben, you liked Spock's brain, if I remember correctly. Like, we made fun of it, but it was still.
Well, I enjoy all TOS in part because of nostalgia, I should say.
See, look, that's a very personal thing.
Because I watched it when I was 4 years old.
Oh, yeah. I love this. Emergency Ruben hologram. What is the nature of your rating emergency?
The problem with me now is that I don't really watch TV for entertainment. I watch it for research. Mm-hmm. So I don't really care about fandom or canon or franchise or any of that. I just watch it for what is the show doing on a craft level,
There you go.
and so I
Ding.
generally I'm a critic. I've been a critic, and so that's my brain.
Yeah. No, and I think
parentheses eyes. Oh, sorry, Marcel. What were you gonna
no, no.
say?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh,
No, I
parentheses
know.
eyes. Starfleet Boy After Dark. I'm curious. Is there any Star Trek out there that you don't like that you think is bad? I have to say that at this moment, no. If you had asked me when Star Trek Discovery season 1 appeared, I always ranked it under, and I hadn't even finished Voyager, and I thought Voyager was like bad. Voyager used to be like my last show on my ranking list or whatever. So Discovery used to be under Voyager. It was my last or least favorite Star Trek show. That being said, I don't think there's any show that I've ever like even Voyager when it was airing, and I was like kind of like annoyed. My beef with Voyager had nothing to do with like the thing is when Voyager came out, what I was mad about Voyager because I was like, oh great, they're going to the Delta Quadrant and it's going to be just this like there's no Starfleet because I was obsessed with Starfleet. So I was like, oh, that's great. We're not going to have Starfleet. We're never going to have like, we're not going to continue the story that they're telling on TNG and Deep Space Nine. We're just like going off into this other direction. So I wasn't interested. So
You should love it. It's just like Picard.
what's that?
You should love that. It's just like Picard.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you is that like 20 years later, I
No
started watching
Starfleet.
Voyager and I actually enjoy it. Like I get why
I love
people like
Voyager.
it. It's a good show. It's actually really good. And so I feel like I missed out because I had one nitpick or one thing that I was focused on about this show. So because of Voyager and Enterprise, the reason I hated Enterprise, by the way, I also didn't watch Enterprise, is because I was like, I can't believe they're doing a prequel where they have LCD screens. I legit was mad about the LCD screens and like the technology didn't seem correct to me for where I thought Enterprise took place. I just thought it was like all wrong. I was like, there shouldn't be a Warp 5 anything at this time period. Like my impression based on TOS was like that this is like bonkers and the show looked too much like the Next Generation. So I was like, and also I was having prequel fatigue at the time because I was like, everyone's doing prequels. I hate prequels. I don't want any more prequels. Why can't we go further? I want to know what happens after TNG. So I was already at that point. So even Discovery, that was my chief complaint. I was like, we're doing another prequel. So I was very mad and I didn't like all those shows. But you know what? I started watching them and Discovery is now the most future show of all of Star Trek. So I'm enjoying the fuck out of it because it takes place in the 32nd century and everything is truly wild and new and cool. Like programmable matter is like a fascinating concept. Like there's a lot of interesting things going on. So Discovery for me in season 3 and 4, I'm super enjoying it. Like I enjoyed even more than season 2, which I love because of Pike. So yeah, I'm not just like a person who gives things all tens, even though I do give things all tens.
No, I think but for me, look. I'm gonna look. Uh,
That was very guiding of you. That was very guiding of you.
I was waiting.
My species, we believe in an ebb and flow to things. That our destinies run apart and together. Well, that's fucking profound, Guinan. So profound.
Ruben, you freaking remembered that whole thing perfectly.
I
love that. That means it affected you.
And
that's
time
cool.
is not what I think. Oh, yeah, I rewound it. I was like, that our destinies. It's like such a word salad. It's amazing.
It's lovely though. I love that. I feel like that's something you would have said back in high school. I don't know.
Maybe my
that's funny.
Pretentious poet days.
For me,
I was a pretentious poet at one time too.
Sorry,
Marcel. Go on.
It's okay. For me, my rankings are the new Star Trek series that are out right now. In last place, I have Star Trek Prodigy. Above that, I have Picard, and leading off, I have Disco. But I think that Disco is gonna get that Stranger Worlds is gonna take over my number 2 spot. So it's gonna be Stranger Worlds, Disco, Picard, Prodigy. That's the order I think it's going to be. And all due respect to you, Starfleet Boy, but I think when I swear to God, guys, if you guys,
you gotta know it's good when it starts off with all due respect.
All due respect. All due
like
respect.
I'm about to insult you, but here you go. I'm about to tell you how it is.
All due respect. When I look at Star Trek these days, and I don't know if it's Ruben's fault or it's my friend's fault, but it's probably it's probably a little combination of both. When I see a Star Trek show now, I look at it from a writer's perspective. So all the things that you're looking at, I don't give a shit about. What I care about is narrative structure and sense.
With
and
all due respect, Marcelo, then you
I'm
should
not
be
finished
reading.
yet.
Wait,
Not
no. With
finished
all due
yet.
respect, wait. Okay, I will tell you when you finish. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, but look, I understand. Look, I understand that that's not the proper way to look at Star Trek, but that's how I see every Star Trek show, at least on its first run.
I'm just
And
saying,
then-
Marcelo, if you're gonna be that person, then read the fucking scripts and rate them. Like, don't be the person that rates the shows. You should be reading the scripts and saying, "Oh, look." You should be critiquing the actual scripts. You have no someone said it in the audience earlier. There's like so many layers. A finished show, I think Ruben was saying this too. Like everyone is the filmmaker. Like a finished show is not just the writing. It's like 20 layers on top of the writing. So there's like you're critiquing a show based on something you can't see anymore. By the time you get to the finished product, the writing is like the foundation, but there's a whole, it's like the visuals can change how the writing is perceived. Like so many things can do that. So
yes, I understand it. But on television, the chief, the general, everything is controlled by the writers on television. And if the story...
I actually don't think that's true anymore. I think the new model of television mimics the film industry a lot more, where the showrunner seems to be like the overall director or the executive, like that kind of thing. And I think Star Trek's kind of always like, I don't know any other show where the shows are more famous for the showrunner than anything else, because like everyone's always been like, oh, the Rick Berman era, oh, the Gene, like it seems like Star Trek has always kind of like exalted the showrunner and Rick Berman, I don't think he wrote actually. Like you think he was just a pure showrunner, right? Did he write?
No, he wrote.
Did? What were which were his Star Treks?
Enterprise? That has Rick Berman all over it. That's Rick Berman.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Ruben, am I wrong? My perception is that Rick Berman was like not much of a writer.
No, as far as I know, I think he wrote quite a bit of.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, that's Rick
I always
Berman.
think of Brandon Braga. I think of Ira Stephen Bear as writers. I always think of
writers are generally the lowest on the totem pole when it comes to anything in filmed.
But Ira Stephen Bear was a writer and he was a showrunner.
But at the same time, I mean, you can't. Film is interesting because there's a saying in the industry that there's 3 movies that are always made, right? And this applies to TV too, but let's just just for the sake of it, movies, where there's the movie that's written, there's a movie that's shot, and there's a movie that's edited, because at the end of the day, the editor is actually the last. The last voice,
the last touch point, sort of. Well, but directed, right? He's still like, don't directors and editors typically?
TV directors are just facilitators for the most part. They're doing what the showrunner is kind of
dictating.
Caretakers. But the showrunner is dictating.
But who reviews the editing? Like, who's the person that would review the edit? It's the showrunner.
It'll be the showrunner.
Yeah, so that's the person in TV. I consider, we call it the showrunner, but they're the show director. Essentially,
effectively, because directors are more about the day-to-day aspects of the director more than the overall vision,
Right, I think so.
But at the same time, the showrunner is fulfilling the vision of someone above him.
You guys want to know
whoever the executive producer is? In this case, Alex Kurtzman.
You guys want to know a secret? I secured my future. So Starfleet Boy, eventually I'll age out of this title of Starfleet Boy. I'm going to have to do a Willy Wonka.
Eventually age out?
I'm still like, I know, I'm getting close to there. So Starfleet Boy, like Starfleet, checks out. Thank you, Joel. So eventually I can't be Starfleet Boy. I'll be too old to be Starfleet Boy, so I have to Willy Wonka Starfleet Boy and give it away. But I may have secured Starfleet Old Man. That'll be the next evolution of
Starfleet Viejo.
Oh, I like that better actually. I'm gonna try to see if Starfleet Viejo's around, but Starfleet Old Man may be secured. So like, I have a future. Thank goodness.
You should get Starfleet Viejo, and then I'll redo all your episodes, but in Spanish.
In Spanish, that would
but
be
like
great.
In a really Cuban, like crazy, like.
Joel says, I did quit Enterprise after one season when it was airing because the temporal Cold War. Yeah. Oh yeah. To me it was the Zindi stuff. It was just like the fact that it felt like what you guys complain about Picard. Like it wasn't the story wasn't moving. I just felt like every episode was like, all right, let's get to the end of the Zindi War because I already like know how it ends. Like, and it was 26 episodes instead of 10 episodes. So you can imagine how terrible, or 24 or whatever. So I was like, I gave up too. I couldn't stand the Zindi serialized. Every episode was the same thing and nothing new. I didn't like that we didn't explore Strange New Worlds. There were like a few gems in there. But I will say, when I watched it now that I'm used to serialized television, I was a lot more tolerant of it in my adult years, in my older years. So I did come around to appreciating it. By the way, Carbon Creek is a very good episode of Star Trek, just in general, and I'm glad that they did like a follow-up story to it in Star Trek Picard. Everyone was expecting Mestral.
I'll be back, guys.
Sure, everyone was expecting Mestral to be a like a cameo in this because they thought like the actor who played the Vulcan male in the episode resembled Mestral, but I found out, and I didn't remember this, but on Text Trek they pointed out that on Enterprise they say that there's going to be another like studying mission in 20 years, which would line up with the 1970s or like 1980s. So that's what Agent Wells saw, was like those Vulcans that were coming to do another sort of another kind of mission. So it would have been cool to get the fan service of Mestral, but it was still cool to get a actual follow-up to a Enterprise storyline or a plot line by having these Vulcans appear in Star Trek Picard. So that was brilliant as far as I'm concerned.
I think they should have a show of two Vulcans trapped in the 1970s Earth.
It would be amazing. It would be really amazing.
It is illogical how much I love disco.
Someone was asking if Mestral moved on from I Love Lucy to the Golden Girls, and I was like, hell yeah. I think that's Earl Grey Trekkie, actually, who asked that question on Twitter. At the all tens epiphany. I think Ruben will like season 3 of Picard. It's everyone from TNG back again, including behind the scenes greats like Mike and Denise Okuda, Dave Blass, Doug Drexler. I mean, come on, man. We'll find out. I think Ruben will definitely be sticking around, hopefully by then, and talking about his opinions. We'll find out. I predict Ruben will cry when they're all together on screen. He's going
to have all the same problems with Picard Season 1 and Picard Season 2, except with more characters that I adore in doing things that I probably am not going to enjoy seeing them do.
No, I don't think it's going to be like that at all. I don't think that's going to be the case. A lot of the folks that have seen bits of season 3 are just saying like it's an insane love letter. I think Terry Metalis is gonna deliver for you, Ruben. I have a feeling. We'll see. Did you like Nemesis?
Nemesis, the fourth movie?
Yeah.
It was okay.
Which of the TNG movies do you love the most?
Probably First Contact.
Did you, of the season of Picard, did you like the first episode the most of all the episodes? But like
only because it's downhill from there. Straight.
But what I mean to say is like, did it raise your eyebrow at all? Like, did it make you like?
No. Like I saw the same problems in the first episode that I saw in the first episode.
I can't remember. I think we had an argument about it. That's right.
Yeah.
Blacked out. I blacked out.
The same thing. It was just a lot of noise and a lot of style, no substance. A lot of going, like I said, no pillars, no no
But
story
you did admit
foundations
to liking
created
it a little
for.
more than the rest of the episodes
Well,
this
they
season.
did. They definitely had a better pacing to it. I mean, Picard season 1, episode 1, had a decent pacing too. It started to fall off the rest of the season because, again, just like season 1, it seems like they have, in my estimation, about 3 episodes worth of story stretched razor thin into what has now become into what is still 10 episodes. 2 episodes to go.
CB says, I also think binge watching would help the flow for some people. I think for me, this is the first season where like some of my expectations weren't like met in the immediacy,
Mm-hmm.
and so I've been kind of like with Picard
Like,
season one,
what's
I
one
really
of the
had no.
expectations that you?
What's that?
What's like a specific? Do you have like a specific expectation that
Yeah,
you
like for
wish
example, like
you
just the
had seen?
cue, like I don't not enjoy what I've seen so far. Like I'm really vibing, as you can see from my reviews and stuff. I'm vibing with the season, but a couple things, the Q, and they mentioned this on Text Track too. It's like I think I would have wanted more with Q and Picard. Like I kind of think like that, but I do think we will. I heard John Delancey's in season 3, so I do agree with Fathery that I think we will get that moment later. Another thing is I definitely like there's some things that like I think that like in season 1 I definitely can't deny that like I would have liked the fan service of having a fleet that was more than a copy paste quote unquote fleet. Like I would have liked to have seen like familiar ships and like stuff like that, right? So
Right,
that was
more
an
like the fleet in episode 1 of this season.
right, more like that, exactly,
Yeah.
like that. But so in this season, one of those expectations was I did want to see actually Mestral from Enterprise, even though what we got is just as cool. Like I think it's cool that they did actually tie it into Enterprise in some way. But I wished we had gotten more Mestral. But at the same time, when I let go of that expectation and watch it for what it is still cool. Like I like the idea of like, this Vulcan was trying to just like, do a successful, clean mind meld to erase the kid's mind. But because he got beamed away, it was like a messed up mind meld. And the way the kid remembered it, the way Wells remembered it, was like this guy actually piercing through his skin. Because the way Spock does mind meld, it's a very like feeling and emotional and like visceral experience. Like so when you're initiating the mind meld, it's always like a shock, but once it's like done, there's like a balance or a stabilization that occurs. Like I feel like someone said Vulcans don't ask permission for mind melds. I think that the permission they ask occurs in a completely different way. I mean, Spock definitely didn't ask Valeris's permission, but like in general, the permission they ask is not a verbal permission. When they touch you and they start melding with you, I think in that moment they're asking for your consent, and then you're like, oh wow, yes, okay, or no, you have a like, and if a Vulcan denies your consent, then they're bad. But I think for the most part, like there is a psychic exchange that occurs where you're giving permission, and it doesn't have to be a verbal thing. So it's complicated. But anyways, my point is like I love the description of like how Wells was like he was gonna gouge my eye out because like maybe that initial contact is that like rough part, the scary part. Like this is new, this is something that I've never experienced before. Like it just imagine what a mind meld would be like it's probably scary if you don't go to the next step or the that next level where it stabilizes or whatever, if you're just in the initial contact. Just like Ponfar, it's initiated with touch. Like Vulcans are all about like conveying things through like non-verbal means in a sense, which is logical if you're a like psychic species, like a psychically attuned species, like that would be something that you would do. Uh, let the season end, watch all at once, then see what you think. I don't think Ruben will watch it again.
What?
But I think you'll have a different formula. Like your opinion will come to a close at the season, but I doubt you'll watch it again, right? You're not going to watch Picard after it ends.
No, I mean, unless I was going to write an article about it.
Oh, I hope you write an article about it.
But
Joel agrees. Showrunner for sure is the director. There are 2-part episodes. People complain that we don't get the whole story in 1 week. Berman did write for Enterprise. Do you think he started writing for Enterprise? But I don't think he wrote for TNG or DS9, right?
Yeah, I don't remember him writing before Enterprise. He was just producer.
So he got like fancy by the time Enterprise came out. He
But
thought like I
Enterprise,
can
I
do
know he was
this.
in a lot. He had a lot of control over that, didn't he? Wasn't that like his baby?
It was his baby. He like dropped Voyager for it. Like he'd let go of Voyager, kind of. I heard. I agree with Starfleet Boy about Voyager. When I first came on, I thought they were remaking TOS episodes, but now that I've been rewatching DVDs and H&I Network, I've gained new enjoyment. Yeah, Voyager's really good.
I
I
haven't
agree.
seen all of Enterprise. I've seen probably like half of it, and all disjointed. Like I haven't watched it in order.
What's that?
For Enterprise,
Uh huh.
I've probably only watched about half of it.
Oh, okay. You've never finished Enterprise?
No,
Wow. Ooh. I hope you'll join us for our casual and informal discussions on
I always
Starfleet
kind of
Boy when
get
we do
bored
them.
with it.
Interesting. Well, maybe if you have to come to discussions, you will. Hi, welcome back, Marcelo.
Hey guys.
You missed a lot of conversation about Star Trek Picard.
Oh joy, sorry, I wasn't here for that.
Wow. You really have turned Marcelo to the dark side. You sucked his joy out, Ruben. No, I'm just kidding. Um, editors are the final auteurs on television. Starfleet Daddy. Oh, that's better. Ed, Starfleet Twunk. Look at all these great ideas.
Twunk.
Thank you. I want to be a twunk. I'm not a twunk technically, but I want to
What's
be
a
one.
twunk?
A twink and a hunk combined. Like twinks are usually like very thin
Right.
or wafy, if that's a
So what?
correct
Like
way of.
Robert Pattinson's a twunk?
In Batman, yeah, he would be a twunk.
Okay.
I think.
The Batman.
The Batman, right? I love Enterprise now too. I want an NCC 1701 letter to appear in Picard. Yeah, me too. I think we're gonna get it next season. I think we're gonna get the E, as a matter of fact, the Sovereign. I have a feeling. I was thinking they were gonna steal it, to do whatever they need to do,
No,
because
they need to just at the end of this season, whatever happens, Renee launches and hits another moon or whatever, and because of that, next season Picard's back on the D in command with Riker and everybody in their, their roles, and they just do a fucking TNG season 8 straight up.
wait a second. I kind of love the idea that whatever fucked up
Fucking,
time would make it so that they were on the D again.
and then the evil versions of
Wow.
Rios, Raffi, Seven, and Borgness uh, are the enemies in season 3.
I'm not against that. That's actually kind of fun. That's actually a fun thing.
Shields up.
I can't wait. That's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. Non-consensual mind melds would be akin to a kind of psychic rape. Exactly.
Mm.
But I think the consent can be reached through the meld. Like that initial touch. We humans are sensitive to it, and maybe Vulcans culturally don't realize that. Like we don't like to be touched without permission, typically. Unless you have that like never mind. That was a bad joke that I'm glad I didn't make about uncles. But anyways,
Whoa.
like, yeah, sorry. I'm glad I didn't make that joke. I did not have any bad uncles, just FYI. It wasn't a real joke. It was like a fake joke from jokes that I've heard
Coming
about
out.
uncles. But yeah, anyways, cue Amok time music. Oh my gosh, Starfleet Boy needs another drink. Will you guys make it show? We still have 7 people in the audience. You guys tell these guys what you want to talk about next. And you guys, could you pay attention to the chat? Because like when I come back, I have to read like 50 chats. Can one of you guys commit to
I'm
paying
gonna do it.
attention to the chat
Ruben's
tonight?
gotta do it.
Huh?
Oh my god. I got it. I got it.
You got it?
I'm
All right.
on it.
Ruben's
I'm
gonna
on
pay
it.
it. Okay.
Watch.
Chat, make
I'm
sure
on
these
it.
guys like are talking about what you want them to talk about, not what they want to talk about. Unless they really want to
Marcelo's
talk
good
about
about
what they
leading
want
the conversation. I'll be good about reading the chat.
So Ruben, what do we got in the chat? Anything good in there?
Q amok time. Sorry. Talk about the new Moon Knight episode. Do you watch the Moon Knight, Marcelo?
Yes, I do. Do you watch the Moon Knight?
I do not. But so, how's Moon Knight doing? What's going on? What episode is it on? It's 6 episodes, right?
Yeah, 6 episodes.
All right.
I'm going to refrain from saying something that I do because every time I do, our God seems to smite me down with his big lightning bolt. So I won't even mention what I do. But I would just say that I am impressed with the show. I'm very, very impressed with the show. I like it. I think it is probably the best show that Kevin Feige has done under the Disney Plus banner, next to WandaVision. It is very, very trippy, but it's very, very well crafted.
Right.
Yeah. Um.
The chat likes Marcelo and Martian. That's right.
Yeah.
Greatest
Yeah.
dynamic duo on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. We should. We should start a podcast or something.
Okay, but
Um.
isn't John Delancey great? Yes, I'll give it the
Yes.
card.
No. No.
All
No.
the
No.
cast is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. John Delancey is great. He's cute. Come on. Um. But yeah, I mean,
Homegirl Alison Pill, even though I still have nightmares about the singing scene in episode 6. She has a great voice. She has a great voice. Amazing voice.
I
What
love.
is this? Another Moon Knight comment. Hold on. I like the new Moon Knight episode. Oscar Isaacs is kicking butt.
Yeah.
Plus, we
No.
get a hippo goddess. All right.
Ooh, giant spoiler there.
And
Yeah,
then
but
she
we
like
did.
go like, hippos are like, oh, I do like this weird noise.
No.
Oh.
No. She just says, "Hey there, hi," in a really awkward, scary kind of way.
I believe it's
Um,
hippos too. Hippos are the ones with the tiny little tails, right?
I
Because
think so. Is that right?
they spin it and poop to fling poop around.
What? Really? Is that a thing or is that a joke?
I'm pretty sure that's the thing. I'm pretty sure I'm not making that up. I'm gonna look it up right now because
Okay, look it
now I need
up.
to know.
That's
Hold on.
oh my
But I'm pretty
god.
sure I heard that somewhere, some point in my life.
Okay, look it up. Look it up. Look it up.
Hippo poop tail.
Oh god.
Oh, look at that, a video. Oh my god, I'm not.
Oh
Oh my god,
no, dude.
I'm gonna watch it because I fuck it. I did it to myself. I did
All
it to
right,
myself.
go ahead and
I'm
watch
watching
it. I'm
a
not watching
hippo
it.
spraying poop with
Shit.
its tail. Oh my god, with a good
That's
song playing too. Oh my god.
uh, disturbing.
Well, it's pretty wild, man. It's pretty wild.
All right. Okay. I
Yeah.
think.
So
I
yeah,
think.
hippos fling poop. You
Mm,
learned it here on Starfleet Boy.
yeah.
What the,
I like I said, I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very pleased with Moon Knight. I
hmm
love Handsome Hawk. I think he makes a wonderful, wonderful villain. That's why I'm so excited to see him play another villain in the Bloomhouse production, The Black Phone, that they're gonna be screening at Comic Con. I mean,
Cool.
not Comic Con. Jesus Christ, CinemaCon
Cinema
in a couple of days. Um,
cool.
that I'm really excited about. But again, I won't say something because I'll probably get slapped in the face. Um, I'm kidding. I'm not. He's not gonna hit me. I hope he doesn't hit me. It is very well thought out and crafted. All the pillars that they set up are getting paid off, and I'm enjoying the way that the soup is cooked. Um, yeah.
We got the hippo goddess sounds like rock talk in Prodigy.
Oh,
I don't know if I said that right, but
yeah, no, yeah. I I've only seen the episode once, so I've only heard the hippo one time. But I wouldn't be surprised if you were right about that. I don't know. I have no idea.
I've only watched the first episode of Prodigy. I don't know who that is.
It's the rock. It's the rock
Oh, the
person.
rock guy, the thing,
Yeah,
basically.
the thing. It's like the thing. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
Um, but I'm actually really excited about a show called The Man Who Fell to Earth. It's gonna start on Showtime
Oh, it's like
on
a
Sunday
cool.
with Tuatel Ejiofor, the asset from
Oh,
Serenity.
nice. That was a
Yeah,
great David Bowie film in the 70s.
yeah. I'm very very excited about that. I've known about the project for about two, not 2 years, probably about a year and a half. I've been tracking it, and
Nice.
I'm so pleased that a day before my birthday, I'm gonna get to open up a present early from one of my favorite creative people. So yay.
Nice.
Um, yeah, I know, and I'm I'm really excited. I mean, I know how you feel about Alex, but I'm really excited to see him actually write something again because he hasn't been doing a lot of work on Star Trek from a writing perspective. So he's been most recently kind of looking over everything,
So
and he
he's
could.
writing the series, the Man Who Fell to Earth series.
Yes. He's a
Oh
he.
boy.
Oh God, see,
Oh boy.
oh, but
I should
but
watch it with you.
you,
What
hey, you want to do it? Let's do it.
is
Let's
that
do it.
gonna be? So it's gonna be on HBO. You
It
said?
is Showtime.
Oh,
Let's Showtime. No,
oh, I could just bootleg it. I didn't
you
say
want.
that. I didn't say
No,
that. Beep beep blah blah blah.
but seriously,
Joke.
man,
That
if you
was a
want,
joke.
seriously, if you want to do that, yeah, I would. I mean, you would probably drive me nuts, but it would be fun.
Who knows?
um, yeah, no, but like I said, I mean, I, I feel like I need to defend my love with Alex Kurtzman now. I go back a long way with Alex Kurtzman. I go back to fucking Xena, right? Right when he that was his first writing gig. That was his first writing gig.
Xena, Warrior Princess.
Yeah.
That explains a
And
lot.
yeah.
That makes it all. Everything makes sense now.
I found it.
the,
The piece.
the puzzle piece fell into place. It was like Tetris. All the lines disappeared. Oh, I see now. No,
I see it.
I remember watching that Xena show. It was pretty funny back in the day.
I
The
found
Hercules show
fucking
too. Did he work on the Hercules show or no?
no.
From that same weird little universe.
No, he just did Xena. And then he
Let me
went
look at
from
Alex Kurtzman's credits. I'll pull them up while you talk. Go for it.
yeah. If I'm not mistaken, he went from Xena to Alias to Transformers. Transformers was
Oh
my
yeah,
first.
he started on Hercules. His first TV gig, his first gig ever,
I was wrong.
was on
Hercules.
Hercules as a
I
writer and
I
executive producer.
I was wrong. I was wrong.
And then he went to Xena as a
No,
writer, executive producer.
I was totally wrong. Um,
But
no, but
wow, man.
yeah, my love affair with Mr. Kurtzman began on the football field of my old high school when I watched an outdoor screening of the 2009 2007 Michael Bay film Transformers. There was something about the way that Alex and Bob wrote that story that just spoke to me. You know, it's like I mean, this is a bad example, but I'm gonna probably get kicked off the show anyway, so I'll just take my time. Um, it's like it's like
Oh, wait, I gotta
it's
check the chat. What is
it's
that?
like it's like going to your first ever Beatles concert, and until you've seen the Beatles play live, oh crap, I'm gonna go to hell. Like just compare Alex Turson to the Beatles. Jesus Christ. Ugh.
I don't know,
Okay,
man. Do it to yourself, bro.
I'm gonna go to hell because I do it myself. All right, you know what? I'm gonna shut up about Alex Husband. What's in the chat? What do the people want to talk about?
Hey, bro, no one's gonna slap you. We
All
won't
right,
slap you, Marcelo.
thank
We
you,
got
thank you,
Hippo still.
thank you for the hippo.
Let's see here. We got he did Hercules, then Xena, then something called Jack of All Trades.
Ooh, sounds interesting.
Then he worked on Alias for a couple of years, then something
Yeah.
called Secret Service,
Oh,
then
oh, nice.
Fringe. But before Fringe,
He did.
that's when he wrote The Island
Yeah.
and The Legend of Zorro.
I love that
Is
one, by
that
the
the
way.
one with? That's not the
Antonio
one.
Bande. Yeah.
That's the one Antonio Banderas
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
And Anthony Hopkins.
Yep. No, 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 no. The Legend of Zorro is the second. Uh, the Legend of Zorro is the second one.
Oh, okay. So Anthony Hopkins is already dead or something, no?
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. Um,
Okay. Then he
yeah.
did Mission Impossible 3. These are
Mhm.
just writer credits.
Mhm.
Transformers, Watchmen, script,
Mhm.
which is just here written as a script polish.
What?
Uh, I mean, on
Wait a minute.
Wikipedia, I'm just going by Wikipedia. This may not
Oh,
be completely accurate, but according
oh,
to Wikipedia, he did a script polish, uncredited, for
for
Watchmen
2009.
in 2009. Yeah, the
Oh
Snyder movie.
shit. Okay.
And then, yeah, by
Interesting.
then he was on Fringe, then Hawaii Five O, then
Yeah.
Exit Strategy, then Lock and Key, Sleepy Hollow. These are TV shows. Sleepy Hollow, is that the one with the black detective lady?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Oh,
it.
I
Yeah.
watched some of that. That was weird, but I watched it.
Mm,
I didn't finish it, but
yeah.
he did everything on that. Then he went from Sleepy Hollow. That's when he began on Star Trek Discovery.
Dun dun.
Dun dun dun. And the fandom menace grew angry. Yeah! And then 5 minutes later, he was fired 1,000 times, but he survived everyone. Kurtzman ripped his fucking shirt open. He had the Enterprise tattooed on it. He's like, this fucking frantic.
Ruben, a.k.a. the Martian, you sorry piece of shit. What are you doing imitating me? I mean, come on. Did you do well? Did they think you were an asshole? Did they hope that you would, disappear down some wormhole? Because if they did, you did a good job. Good for you. Good for you. So, you have been friends since you were, in third grade? I love it. I love that type of friendship.
Oh my god, that was the best. That was the best. That was the best passive aggressive shut the fuck up guys that I've ever seen before in my life. All right, well,
What's this Clarice show he did?
Oh, that was actually good. I like that.
Is it over?
He
Did it get
actually,
canceled? What happened with that?
yeah, he actually, it got canceled.
Oh no,
But not for being a bad show, but for you know, for CBS not having his shit together. But that was the first project that he wrote with his new writing partner,
Journey
Jennifer.
Dumet?
Jennifer Lumet, who is also a writer and a EP on Strange New Worlds. So
The Strange New Worlds. In March 2022, the series was canceled due to lackluster ratings.
but there was also a shitload of because CBS had an idea to take the show and put it on Paramount Plus, put it on CBS All Access at the time, but there was this whole kerfuffle behind the scenes, and they ended up axing the show. They renewed the show for a second season, but then they unrenewed it, and then they canceled it. Oof, sorry guys.
Man fell to Earth, and now on Strange New Worlds.
Yeah. I think, but you know what?
You made it.
Yeah, I look. I mean, again. I know I'm coming off as a really, really shitty fan who obsesses about shit that you can't see. But the way that I'm looking at it, it's not making me happy. And Star Trek should make me happy, right, Ruben? Right?
No.
So what? So what? So I deserve to suffer? Dude. The universe has already fucked me over. I was born disabled. So
As Guinan would say, we
need a
all
little
must
riveting.
suffer. As Guinan might say, we all must suffer and not suffer.
Oh,
We almost
fun,
pay and not pay. We
fun.
almost say one thing and then say the opposite because that's profound.
I like that. That's actually is profound. That actually is really profound. But here's a question: did you watch Dexter, Ruben, in its first run, or
Yeah, I watched up until I didn't finish it, but I watched up until season 3. I want to say
oh wow, you left
or
early, man.
4.
You left early. Okay,
Yeah, it started to get a little bit boring and kind of repetitive, so I just kind of
okay,
checked out.
okay. All right, all right.
Um, or
What are your
mhm.
no? What are your opinions um on this new Lord of the Rings series that we're gonna get?
I don't know. I mean, from what I've seen, there's nothing's really been shown, so it's really hard to say. That one picture they released of like I forget what city it was. It was like a big landscape uh, shot.
Mm-hmm.
Starfleet Boy probably knows what city it was,
Right.
but there's that one image. But like to me, I see that in video games all the time, so like it didn't really look interesting to me. Just like, oh, it looks cool, I guess, you know.
Okay.
There's some D&D books and stuff like that.
Mm.
But
Speaking
no, I hope it's cool. I love medieval fantasy stuff, so I hope it's cool.
cool.
You know.
Speaking of, well, this is not medieval, but are you
Greetings,
excited?
bitches. Geek and Review.
Hey, geek, how are you? Um, having a good day? Is it day or evening for him? I never know.
It
I don't
is
know.
roughly 5 in the morning for him, for a geek, right,
Oh my
Mister
god.
Al? Or 6 maybe. My wife's in Europe right now.
Wait, all right.
Yeah, she, I believe, I want to say, is in. Well, I think right now she's in London, but she's going to Southampton soon.
Oh, cool. Um, what is she? I mean,
It's five
uh,
thirty for Al. Yeah, he's 5 hours
cool.
ahead.
I'll ask you this on the private chat because it's not really something our audience would want to know about. I'll ask you in our DMs later. um, is there any show that like you're really excited about that not a lot of people know about?
I haven't watched the third episode yet, but I really like the first 2 episodes of Outer Range on Amazon. Very interesting, weird show with
Mm.
Josh Brolin.
Huh?
Um, yeah, that's what I've been watching recently. I mean, I'm almost done rewatching Buffy for the like 30,000th time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on season 7, but I'm kind of losing focus because I don't really like season 7 too much. I kind of got uh,
For me,
oh,
yeah. For me,
season 6 is so good.
yeah. For me, my favorite season of Buffy would have to be season 5. It's the season when Buffy switched from the WB to UPN.
Yeah, with Glory. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my my friend would tell me would she would probably slap me in the face, but I love Glory, and I love the sacrifice that Buffy makes at the end of the season. Like I can remember watching that back in the day on TV, and fucking WB at the end of the episode they said special dedication. They said thank you, Buffy, for for 5 excellent years, right? And back then, I wasn't really on the internet, right? So I went running into my parents' room, almost crying. My eyes were like bulging, right? And I called my best friend at the time and I go, "Do you think it's over?" And we were hysterical, right? And we were I was losing my mind. And I remember it must have been months later or 3 or 4 months later. I was just getting out of therapy because at that time I was still in physical therapy, and my or one of the physical therapists there was a big Buffy fan, and he's like, "Are you excited about the new season of Buffy that's going to be on UPN?" I was like, "Wait a minute, it's not canceled, it's not over." So that
It was
guy,
saved.
yeah, that guy saved my year that year. It was just amazing, man. And I can remember after Buffy ended, for an entire year, I didn't watch for almost 2 years. I didn't watch any new TV shows. The one show that I watched after Buffy was Smallville.
Somebody save.
I haven't
Yeah.
been drinking water. Should I go drink
Yeah.
water?
I love Buffy. I watch Buffy constantly. I watch it.
Do you guys making it show a little bit more while I go get water?
Oh yeah, we can talk about Buffy all night.
I love.
Oh my god!
Uh,
Wait,
I like-
real quick, Marcelo. Some people are saying, and I think I heard you say something about God coming in and like disrupting you or silencing you, and like everyone wants to hear it. And Starfleet Boy After Dark said you have to open the genie bottle, Marcelo, to summon Q. Is that what happened?
Well,
Is that
I already did. I already pissed you off.
What did I piss? Why do you think I'm pissed at you? What did I piss you off? What did you piss me off
Q's gonna
about?
take a while because you gotta take a taxi and then
we'll
a
talk
bus.
about it. We'll talk about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
No, what do you think? I don't know. You never piss me off, Marcelo.
No, I'm just going around.
Q's gotta take a taxi and then to the bus station, and then the bus to another.
And then
taxi.
I just want to let everyone know that I invited Al on the show, and he said no.
No, Al. Well, I told you, Al doesn't like you. He tells me all the time.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did say that earlier, Al. No, he said he's working. That's why. Al likes me. I was the first point of contact for Al. I brought him to the rest of you. So if he's found a community with Ruben and Marcelo, it's because of me.
No. No doubt about it.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if I was the first
I met
one.
this guy
I don't know if
because
I'm
of
the
you.
first one that met Al. I don't remember.
Well, I certainly met this guy because of you.
Yeah, all y'all met all y'all because of me, except for Sean. No, I'm just kidding. None of this is about me. But really quickly, Marcel, I'm not mad at you.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine.
It's just my show. None of this is about me. It's just my show. It's called Starfleet. It's my channel. None of this is about me. I promise.
It's not me.
It's not me. It's not me. It's not mine. That's not my bag, baby.
Yeah, it's like
baby.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone. You're making fight over me. You're making me feel like the prettiest girl at the dance. Geek.
No,
Joel made Guinan hands, so
I never really liked.
I'm gonna Stranger Things Guinan FaceTime myself right now to Starfleet Boy. Hold on.
Oh my god, he's gonna find it.
I have to get some ketchup.
No, but you know what? I love Buffy because Buffy really. I mean, this is gonna sound funny because it's a show about a teenage girl dealing with teenage hormones while fighting monsters. But Buffy really gave me a sense of self-worth and self-confidence that I needed at the time. And Buffy really gave me my voice and really taught me how to speak in a vernacular that weirded out a lot of people, because I would go to social functions and I would start talking to people, right? As you do at social functions. And I would walk away from them after I was done talking to them. And my grandfather told me constantly, he's like, why, like, I got all these weird people asking, coming up to me and asking me, like, where did your son learn to talk like that? Or where did your grandson learn to talk like that? And my father, or my grandfather, would say, he's just Joss Whedon. That's him. That's so. It was funny because before I'll shut up in a minute. Before
just because I'm here, you don't have to shut up. Keep talking. Keep on talking. I'm gonna mute myself.
Yeah, like before I discovered screenplay writing and TV writing, Joss planted the small seed that I could be something more than I was at the time when I started watching his show. And Kevin, for me, Kevin Williamson was the guy who put water on that goddamn seed and who just made me grow. I know I'm comparing myself to a plant, but you know that's why it's very difficult. It was very difficult for me to separate Joss from his work because his work means so much to me that I can't even. I mean, you probably understand. Just you probably, but to me, it's hard to express how much his work means to me. And Buffy is at the top of the heap for his work. So.
Oh yeah, Buffy next to Star Trek is probably my second favorite
Oh really? Oh
TV
wow!
franchise. Yeah,
Awesome.
I watch Buffy every year, the whole series.
Yeah, right. Every year.
At least once a year.
Yeah.
Marcel,
So
do you know that comparing yourself to a plant is actually a very nice thing? Do you guys remember that song from Epcot Center, "Listen to the Land"?
I never been to Epcot.
I
You
haven't
never
been
been
to
to
Epcot
Epcot?
since I was like 8.
Well, that's when that song it was like, how'd it go? Let's see here. Just make believe you're a tiny little seed. A tiny little seed that's reaching out to meet your need. With the right amount of faith and the right amount of earth, you'll grow to see the sunshine on your day of birth. Let's listen to the land we all love. Nature's
the
plan
carpet.
will shine above. Listen to the land. Listen to the land. You don't remember that song? You guys don't remember that Disney song? Does anyone in the
No.
audience remember that
No,
song?
I have
I'm just
no
giving my
idea.
dog a little airtime.
A little airtime.
Riker. That's Riker, everybody, for those who don't know.
Riker's
cool.
adorable. I met Riker in person. Marcelo, everyone in the audience thinks I'm like mean to you now.
It's
Am I
my
mean
fault.
to you? Am I a mean person?
Guys?
You're just mean in general.
Oh wow.
guys, give Cap a break. I poked him. I knew I was gonna get it, but
What get it? What are you getting? What is you're saying? Like,
Yeah.
am I gonna demote you? I mean, I always say you're a captain too, Marcelo. Jeez, for crying in the night. You're trying to vilify me because I love Star Trek Picard. Yeah, you are. That's what it is.
Dude, I'm not trying to vilify you. I'm trying to make the comment section calm down and realize that I blew the proportion.
Joel says Starfleet Boy is not mean. Maybe I was mean when I was younger, the old Joel. It's true. I might have been a mean person.
Were you mean? I could
I
never
might have been a
imagine.
mean. I might have been a mean girl.
I could never imagine you as a mean person.
I think everyone goes through a mean phase, and I went through a mean phase for sure. I know what it's like. I should say I know what it's like to be mean.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely know what it's like to me because when I was a teenager and even when I was in my early 20s, I was an asshole. There's no.
Oh, really? There you go.
There's no doubt about that.
Really. Starfleet Boy is singing and there's a dog. I'm too high for this.
By the way, musical.
Yes.
Portion of the show. What's your favorite musical?
My favorite musical?
Yeah.
Like a recent musical or of all time?
All time. All time.
Gosh, that's such a tough question because I like a lot. There's like a tier, like there's like a bunch that are like right up at the top, neck and neck. I think if I had to choose a musical, I would probably have to go with my first musical that I fell in love with, which is The Sound of Music.
Okay.
Because that was like the very yeah. Oh, look, Cerulean Blue said it too. That's funny. Sound of Music. Yep.
Okay.
PE says, I think I remember that song in the Epcot Center. That was a real nerdy part of Disney world that didn't get as much attention as the other parts of Disney. PE also, I was introduced to hydroponics way before, like probably like I learned about hydroponics when I was like an 8-year-old, and I thought it was so cool, and it was like very futuristic because the way it looked, all the rigs and everything. And then like hydroponics became popular like 20 years later, I feel like. So Epcot Center was a true wonder, a gift to kids interested in science and like, you know, engineering and just like, you know, that kind of stuff. Science of making life better for humans. I don't think we've lived up to some of the dreams that Epcot showed us. I feel like Epcot kind of gave us like this. Epcot was like Star Trek in a way. Marcelo, the big sphere, it's called Spaceship Earth. and it was like
Cool.
Epcot was designed to be like a utopian futurist village. It's since it still has like that soul, but it's kind of like it's kind of like evolved into other things. Mostly the food and wine festival, I think, is what it's evolved into. But still, Epcot's still cool. I haven't been there in a long time. I should revisit Epcot and see what they've done with it.
Yeah. No, give me some more of your favorite musicals.
I will say, parentheses, I mentioned Dancer in the Dark. The Bjork musical film is my favorite musical. That's probably the most profound musical I've ever seen. I remember seeing that film in the theater in a small art cinema here in Miami that was run by a friend, actually. And I just never had seen a movie like that before in my life. Like, it truly, Bjork was phenomenal in it. Dancer in the Dark, Ruben, remember? That was like such a breakthrough movie.
Oh, hell yeah. Dancer in the Dark's amazing.
Yeah. Have you seen that movie, Marcelo?
Nope. I'm not.
Oh
No,
my gosh,
Marcelo's
you
an
should see it.
uncultured rapscallion.
Yes, I'm an uncultured swine.
Swine.
I need some culture. Well, some of my favorite musicals, I love Sweeney Todd, Phantom of the Opera, Fiddler on the Roof. Um, I mean, my second favorite musical of all time is Singing in the Rain. I love that movie.
Fiddler's really good.
And
I love
then,
Fiddler.
And then my number one musical of all time. I mean, some people will call this blasphemy because it's new. Is La La Land. I love that movie. I adore that movie. Even I have La La Land is a part of a tradition for me that I will continue.
I haven't. Can you believe I haven't seen La La Land?
Neither have I.
Really?
Yeah, I almost it's like one of those movies where I'm like, when
It's on
people are like,
HBO,
"Oh, what's a
man.
movie that what's a movie you haven't seen that people will be surprised you haven't seen?" I'm like, La La Land.
It's on HBO. If you want to watch it together, we can.
Oh,
do
is
that.
it? Oh, I can watch it
Yeah.
then.
We can do that. We can
I
watch
have
it
a
together.
bow.
Cerulean Blue says the hills are alive.
Are we
with the
talking
sound
about
of music.
best musicals?
Yeah, I think we are.
Yeah. I gotta,
Best
Joel
musical
says
ever. Period. Episode 6, season 2, Star Trek Picard.
Was it what? That one is a musical.
That counts, right?
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Shadows of the night.
Oh, that's not episode 2, bro.
No, season 2.
Season 2, episode 6. Yeah, I think that counts, but it's so far it's the most musical we've gotten in Star Trek.
What?
Joel mentions Rocky Horror, which is epic. Hedwig and the Angry
Rocky
Inch.
Hedwig was amazing. I remember seeing that. In the theater on the beach.
Do you remember seeing Hedwig and the Angry Inch, Ruben? That's such an epic movie too. It's when the earth was still flat and the clouds made of fire and the mountains stretch up to the sky, sometimes higher. Folks roamed the earth like big rolling kegs. They had 2 sets of arms. They had 2 sets of legs. They had 2 faces peering out of one giant head so they could watch all around them as they talked while they read. And they never knew nothing of love. It was before the origin of love. I love that musical. I love that song. Sorry, I had to sing it poorly, but I sang it.
And the musical that gets the honorable mention, even though it's not a musical, but it is a musical. Once More with Feeling.
Oh, the Buffy episode.
Buffy
Everyone talks about that. What about the Return of Captain Invincible? What is that? Is that the one that what's his name? Why can't I remember his name? Awesome actor.
Return of Captain Invincible.
He played Doogie Howser. What's his name? Neil Patrick Harris.
No,
isn't that him? No. Oh, okay.
Dr. Horrible.
Dr. Horrible. Okay.
Also, I like Bewitched. Little Shop Around the Corner.
I like The Umbrellas of Cherbourg. It's a French musical. I don't know half of what they're singing, but it's beautiful.
Also, Jersey Boys is great too.
Oh, I haven't seen that one or read it or heard it. Not read.
Chicago. I mean, there's tons.
Chicago. Oh my God, there's so many good musicals. We're a musical crowd here. Look at that.
Hell yeah, musicals are awesome.
No, I don't really say this too
Les
often
Miserables.
to people, but I'm a song and dance man. I love musicals.
There's a whole story behind Epcot Center. Walt Disney wanted to go full on tech futurist with it. I wish they continued that tradition. They might be. I actually haven't been to I shouldn't talk smack about Epcot. Ruben, when's the last time you went to Epcot? That wasn't for the Food and Wine Festival.
I haven't been to Epcot. I've only been there once ever in my life since when I was 8.
Oh, maybe we should do a Epcot review. That might be fun. Uh, Robin Williams' Toys was a fantastic musical. LL Cool J was a badass in that one. Wait, there was Robin Toys was a musical?
Mm-hmm.
What did I miss? I watched that movie. I don't remember the music.
I mean, it had some musical numbers if I remember. I mean, it's been a while.
Shit. Wow, I gotta watch Toys again. That's a brilliant movie just from a kind of concept perspective. And then he did that other cool movie. What was the one? What Dreams May Come. That was a beautiful movie too.
Painted film.
Cheers to Robin Williams. May he rest in peace because he did not have it on.
That movie has a really cool behind the scenes. It's very unique.
Mm-hmm.
What Dreams May Come.
That was an amazing experience. To think that's before CGI, right? Did they?
Yeah.
Pretty...
If I remember correctly, they painted onto the film cells
Mm.
Oh wow!
itself. So it has.
Wow.
So they basically painted the same colors, but it has that painted. Damn, my dog needs food. Hold on. Well,
While Ruben goes to tend to
here, I'll take you
Riker.
with me.
Oh, cool.
Also, Les Mis.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Very good.
I'm Jean Valjean. La La Land was the best picture winner for about a minute until they realized that they gave the award to them by accident.
Until Miami's Moonlight, baby.
Oh, that is.
Although our friend, I went to high school with Terrell. Terrell Davis went to my high school, so I'm proud that Moonlight got that, which is cool. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, but for me, that was like the most heartbreaking moment in Oscar history because I love La La Land so much, and all due respect to Moonlight,
It's a Moonlight.
yeah, I was crushed when they didn't win. I was really, oh man.
I have to watch Toys again because I don't remember any of the musical aspects.
And also, how can I forget? Steven Spielberg's West Side Story.
Oh, you know what? It's pretty good.
Ruben,
but I have to say I really enjoyed West Side Story, but it's second to the original West Side Story. What is that? That's cool.
What is that? That's a fireman?
That's a thing I picked up in Vietnam. It's like a tapestry. It's actually woven. It's not a picture.
Wow.
You can't really tell through the video, but yeah, they have this cool place in Vietnam where they take basically like disabled people, like severely disabled people, but if they still have their hands kind of capable, they basically put them to sew that image over and over and over in different sizes, and then people come in and buy them, and they get a percentage of
cool
whatever sells, so that's it's kind of a way to
help them out.
Yeah, give them jobs and something to do. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And then it was a pain in the ass to get it home from Vietnam because it's a long ass trip.
No. Did I have to go through customs or anything?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, but I think we brought it back. It was in a tube for a long time, and then we
it was in a tube. Okay.
Mounted it in that glass.
Okay, cool. No, but yeah, I became a song and dance I became a song and dance guy in my mid to late 20s. So
right before. Yeah, a lot of people. I feel like when I was growing up, folks were averse to musicals for a while. There was like a movement against musicals. People were like fatigued by musicals. Yeah. My parents love musicals. Like every Bollywood film basically is a musical. Usually, not every Bollywood, but like there's a lot of music. Like it's insane the amount of musicals.
Right? Usually.
Oh, cool. Joel says he sent me a tweet with Captain Invincible, which has Christopher Lee and Alan Arkin starring in it. So I'll have to check this out.
That's a cliff.
That sounds pretty cool. I'll go check that out on Twitter. Thank you, Joel.
Also, Tick Tick Boom is really good too.
Oh, I'm dying to see that too.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
There's
Why
so
the
many
hell,
things.
people? I mean,
I just don't have time. I only watch Star Trek.
Ruben, you have to watch West Side Story with me. You got to do that.
Well, can we do a watch along of it?
It's on HBO. Yeah, we could do that.
Do you guys want to do it like right now? Or do you want to go like another 2 and 3 hours? Is it 3 hours? No, we just shouldn't do 3 hours.
No, it's probably too long.
Right.
How long is that movie? Somebody look it up.
Let me see.
Yeah, look it up. You're looking it up? Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. It's on HBO, you said? I think I bought it actually. I have it.
No, I have it. So I don't need HBO. I have it. I bought it.
Yeah, it's on HBO? Oh, I saw it on my bootleg site, but
no, it's on HBO.
I didn't say that.
It's fun. Nobody cares. Nobody's watching.
Yeah, there's like 4 people, and people are still commenting.
There's 4 people, I bet 3 of them are CIA.
Geek and Review says Bollywood action is way crazier than any musical. I don't know if there's such a thing as Bollywood action movies. I didn't realize that.
Oh hell yeah, man! Are you talking, man, dude? You have got to do a tour of I don't know what it's called. I guess Indian film. That area has some of the coolest, craziest stuff. Like just insane. They have their own superhero genre movies, their own medieval fantasy genre movies. They have it all. It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
By the way, I think
weird shit I watch that I can never talk about because no one knows what I'm talking about. They're like, what is that?
I think that Marcelo, I don't know. I couldn't find West Side Story on HBO, but it is on Disney Plus. So I don't know.
Oh,
Geek knows what I'm talking about because Geek watches.
Geek
watches Corridor Crew, and they do a lot of Bollywood movies, and I watch.
I meant Disney Plus, not HBO. Sorry.
What's Corridor Crew? Anyways, the movie is 2 hours and 38 minutes.
Corridor Crew is the second best YouTube channel behind Starfleet Boy.
Oh wow,
that's right. You heard it.
Thanks for saying second best, but I'm sure you mean first best.
5 million subscribers.
My channel.
Oh, there you go. I knew it. See, I knew it.
Corridor Crew, what? Special effects artists who do. They have a bunch of different series on their channel. So they have one series called.
Oh, I watched those guys. I just didn't know that's what they were called. I sent you a link
to one of them because they do the Dune. They did.
No, I watch them regularly. I like the one guy. He's super cute, but I'm not going to say who it is. But anyways,
on Indian movies.
I didn't realize. I never see those. I always see their like special effects, like where they do deep fakes and stuff. That's what I've been seeing.
I'm talking to a cute cat. It's so adorable.
Oh. But yeah, now I know who you're talking about. Yeah, those guys are cool. I don't think Bollywood has sci-fi. Does Bollywood also have sci? I mean, I feel like Ruben knows more about Bollywood than I do.
Yeah, I believe so. They do.
There's sci-fi Bollywood,
and good production values too. Not like
I'm such a bad Desi person that I don't know this. I should ask my mom. My mom watches all those things. Yeah, it's like Indian and Pakistani people are called Desi when they're together, like as a singular people. Yeah. Let's see here. Imagine a U.S. action movie with no notes from the studios or executives. That's Bollywood movies.
Okay.
That's kind of like what all action movies are, right?
That's
in the U.S. Like all those Fast movies, Fast and the Furious movies, they don't have notes from the execs, right? That's just pure.
Yeah, they do.
Are you sure?
Oh, hell yeah.
Are you sure? Those movies seem wild and crazy to me. No, it doesn't feel like anyone's regulating those movies. Or the Transformer movies. No one's regulating that shit.
Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Dude, hey, can we get another 5 seconds of the car in this scene?
Because I think what Al meant is like
Chevy will give us another $500,000 if we put another 10 seconds of the car in the scene. Sure.
Yeah.
All right, I'll have to check out Bollywood action now.
You should. I'm curious. Definitely. Chinese action movies are amazing.
Yeah, but we should definitely do a watch along of Steven Spielberg's West Side Story.
I want to watch this one Chinese movie that came out last year. Yeah, last year. That it made almost $1 billion, and it was only basically released in China.
What movie was it?
It's called the Battle of Chiang Lake, and
Oh.
it wasn't really publicized in the West because the U.S. is the bad guy. The West is the bad guy. It's basically about a famous battle that China won during the Korean War against the West.
I want to see Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh yeah,
Have you guys
I
seen
heard
it?
it's pretty good.
I saw that. I
I heard
did.
it's pretty good.
Oh, you did see it?
Oh, you
Is
know
it
what I need
great?
to watch too is Free Guy.
Oh, Free
Yeah.
Guy's good. I like Free
I
Guy.
haven't watched it.
Everything, everywhere, all at once is really, really trippy. Oh,
I gotta see it. I saw how they made it, which was cool. It's only like the entire special effects department was like 3 people, and it was a combination of practical effects with
Oh,
digital
the geek
effects.
says there's a written formula for fist fights in Fast and the Furious movies, so they all get equal punches.
Oh wow, that's wild.
Cerulean says the only Bollywood I've seen is in the Corridor Crew during reviews of the special effects.
I already read that comment. You're
Oh,
drunk.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah. I don't.
What's
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Corridor Crew, for Pete's sake? Don't do drugs, kids. Drugs are bad. McKay,
I've never
Okay.
seen. I've never seen any.
you would love it, Marcelo. They're amazing.
Yeah.
They do a
Okay.
stuntman series where they dissect action sequences.
Cool.
They do a special effects series. They do another one that I love.
Okay.
They do this one video where they'll challenge each other to create some digital thing, and one of them is the most satisfying video. And man, one of them creates this satisfying puzzle piece, just falling into place and creating
Oh.
creating like a perfect smooth floor kind of thing.
Oh wow, cool.
And I just watched it over and over, and I was like, oh,
Oh my
feels
god.
so good. Yeah, I love them.
I like the one where they reproduce the T-1000 walking through the prison bars. Did you guys see that?
Ever seen that one? I like the one where they reproduced the Dune 1984.
Oh yeah, that
Shield-
one was good
shield
too. I
effect,
saw that one. The shield effect.
but in the
Yeah,
new movie,
yeah, that
it
was
looks pretty
great.
cool.
Yeah, it did look cool. Yeah, they're great. I like them. I liked when they're the ones
Yeah.
that aren't they the ones that like re-deep faked Luke? No, that was someone else. That was like a different channel.
They did a deep fake of Luke that was famous. Yeah, but was it
But
them? I don't think
they
they were.
also did they introduced me to Tom Cruise deepfake, which has its own TikTok channel, which is
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah.
But yeah, they do a lot of cool stuff. They've been doing a lot of cool videos recently with the voice deepfake.
Oh cool.
They made a video about creating a digital influencer, which is a thing that's been going on for a
Whoa.
while.
Oh, maybe I don't need to become Starfleet old man. Maybe I could just create a digital Starfleet boy
You can
that just
de-age
stays,
yourself in real time.
and I could just de-age myself. I'll get young. It's like Benjamin Button, but on Starfleet
And then
Boy.
one day the dial gets turned too much, and you're just like a sperm on the camera.
That would be great.
The de-age you
That's
with.
that's
You're like-
exactly what I want.
Yeah.
Do you guys see like a swimming sperm Starfleet Boy
Oh god.
like talking about Star Trek? That would be awesome.
No, I look like
Or
like
an egg, like
no,
an
no.
egg and a sperm, and they argue with each other
Oh my god.
like constantly about Star Trek.
Come on, let me in, man.
But the sperm
Starfleet-
has to have.
Starfleet Boy Forever Twink.
I was a twink once.
Joe said Starfleet Twink is here, but I'm adding Starfleet Twink Forever.
Twink forever? No, I'm no longer a twink. I'm considered now a bear. I'm now a bear. But I was once a twink, and then I became a otter, and then I became a wolf, and now I'm a bear. So I've been like a lot of different animals. A twink is not an animal, though. A twink is a concept. But from a twink spawns many animals, apparently. Like, because there's silverbacks. There's so many animals in the game. In the game. We become animals. That's weird. That's really weird. Eagles. There's eagles. That's a new gay designation I heard of, too. It's all about animals. There's, like, polar bears, too, by the way. Do any gay people identify with elephants? Or brachiosauruses? I want to be a brachiosaurus. That's the gay I want to be. Do you remember that track, My Friend the Brachiosaurus, that I played over and over, Ruben? Like when we were young? Do you remember?
I remember when you did a raptor impersonation. That was amazing.
Yes, I did a great raptor impersonation, Marcel. I wish I could show it to you. It's impossible to convey it on this format. Like, you have to see it in person. And I did a pretty good Gallimimus too, right, Ruben? See? Ruben remembers the
Okay.
Gallimimus
All right, I'll take your word for it.
We're coming up to 3 hours. Do you guys think we should call it a night? Are we done? Audience, is there anything else we have to talk about? Oh yeah, I don't want to be a gay Republican. No, sorry, no elephants over
Gay
here.
Republican. What else? I saw Alabama this week. Outer Range. Amazing.
Starfleet Bottlenose Dolphin. I didn't watch Halo. I'm behind 3 episodes. I'm so bad. I'm gonna catch up though, because everyone says the last 3 episodes are pretty good.
Yeah, no,
I may or may not catch up on it.
I gotta catch up too. So
Hey, that says something. Ruben watches Star Trek Picard, but not Halo, guys. That says a lot.
I stopped watching Discovery halfway through season 2, and I'm
You
still
never,
watching Picard.
you never watch. Oh wow, you never finish. You're not gonna finish Disco?
nope. No, he's not. Come on, Ruben.
Ruben, I can.
Come
I
on,
can.
Ruben,
I
be
can say
true.
this with.
At least
If
with Picard, I can laugh a little
Ruben,
bit.
if I can say this, at least with Picard, I can laugh because I'm enjoying the show secretly. But if I can say this, Ruben,
Pretty sure, right?
if I can say this, like, you could just skip to season 3 of Discovery and you'll be fine. Honest. Like, you could just, like, you don't even have to finish watching season 2. If you start on season 3, it's like starting a brand new show.
We'll see, because I need to actually finish The Expanse.
Finish The Expanse first.
I need to finish For All Mankind. I need to start and finish Raised by Wolves.
Oh yeah, you have a lot to do. I see.
Yeah, I'm way behind.
Yeah, you're like, you have a lot to do.
Stay the course, Ruben. Stay the course. Don't watch Discovery season 2. Stay the course.
I need to do my rewatch of Picard season 2 while I bang my head into a wall and cry.
Wow. Dang. Can you? No, I don't want to invite you to those. Never mind. Anyways.
No, I mean, hey, I think
I'll be there Sunday.
No, it wasn't. I don't mind you coming on the Sunday discussions. I was gonna invite you to my watch-alongs with Fathery, but I decided to not to. I think we're gonna do a watch-along series for season 2 as well, but I don't want to invite you to it.
Oh, you're just gonna be laughing. I laugh so hard.
Yeah, you'll just laugh. It'll be fun. But if you're in the chats, that would be cool. Come to the chat.
Yeah. No, I mean, for me, like Discovery, the best season of Discovery for me is season 2, and then I really like season 3.
Season 2 is your favorite, you said?
Yeah.
Oof. He loves Captain Pike. He can't wait for Strange New Worlds.
Woo! Pike, man. Oh. Yeah. Oof, Ruben. Yeah. Oof.
Marcelo, that sounded a little loaded.
No,
Marcelo and I secretly don't like each other.
What?
Marcelo and I secretly don't like each other.
No.
Yeah.
I meant loaded like...
This is all an act, people. I hate him. I want to rip his head off.
We get the clicks, baby. So we get the
clicks.
You know?
I hate him.
Wait, I think I'm at that point where I don't remember what I said. Starfleet Boy, you are so mean.
Oh, don't worry about it, guys.
He said he might come on tonight, but they're trying to finish up For All Mankind, which I have to start watching.
Oh man,
dude, All Mankind is amazing, and I'm so happy that you guys are finally listening to me, because I was the first one within our friend group to start harping on you guys.
No, you weren't.
Who was the first one?
Oh,
it was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was Trek on the Tube.
Sean is never here. Where?
No, you're talking about in the After Dark. Yeah, you've been standing for it on After Dark.
I was the one.
Yeah, here on After Dark, you've been standing for it. But I'm interested in it. I saw parts of season 1 and I liked it.
No,
man. It was just that there was too much Star Trek going on.
No, man, you would love it. You would love it.
Oh, look at this picture. Hold on, I gotta share this.
If Ruben starts on disco, no one will be fine or safe.
Oh shit.
That's funny. Hold on, am I able to upload
Where
just a
is this
photo?
cat?
No, I can't just upload a photo. It doesn't let me upload a photo. Let me see here. Maybe if I do it as a video clip, let's try it.
Oh, there's no way.
Let's see here. Nope, it doesn't let me do it. Dang it. I was going to try to share it. Let me see if I can share it as a photo. Hold on. Open with preview. Will it work? Yeah, it did work. Okay, cool.
Womp womp womp.
Oh, come on. Working these controls when you've had a little to drink is not easy. All right, there we go. Look at this. She's like the superstar of Star Trek Picard. Guinan.
Okay.
I love Guinan.
Guinan now with a
That's
Lorian FaceTime.
Superpowers, yeah. I think that I have a prediction. I think that Whoopi Goldberg's gonna return in the finale.
And fight this Guinan?
Oh, she better.
No,
in like a Matrix style fight.
Everyone's expecting Guinan, including myself. I've been expecting and a lot of people are expecting some kind of showdown between Guinan and Q. I think Guinan will heal Q, and it'll be Whoopi Goldberg Guinan, and then Q will be so happy that he'll just he'll be like, "All right, I'm still dying, but I'm gonna reset time. I'm gonna unsquash all the butterflies you guys have been squashing, and everyone's going to be happy ever after from season 2.
I think all of episode 9 is going to be the 2 Guinans and Q in a threesome for the entire 45-minute episode, but then their baby is going to be the Borg Queen from episode 1.
I'm giving you the Guinan clause.
Oh, it's you. That's right. We haven't met this timeline yet.
For someone who doesn't like a show, you sure do remember those lines.
I pay attention, baby.
You do. I can't accuse you of not paying attention like I used to. So this season I can't.
Like I used to.
Yeah, this season you're proving me wrong on the pay attention part. So yeah, I can't accuse you of not paying attention. I'll find something else to accuse you of, but it won't be about paying attention. I'll
find 2 episodes I've watched several times.
Wow, what is happening? I don't understand.
Did this really happen? I'm like, I don't just watch the episode again. And then I'm like,
I don't know what I'm hearing. I feel like this is like the dichotomy thing Ruben was talking about earlier. Like, I'm not comprehending the two things.
Yeah, no, I don't understand it either. Because on the one hand, I hate every second of it, and on the other hand, I'm laughing so hard that I'm like, "Fuck it!" If I'm laughing,
so weird.
It can't be all that bad.
Like something's happening at Ruben.
I start visualizing Borgness's night. She walks into the club, smashes a window. I don't know what else. Picks up this guy, walks like 20 feet around the corner, tries to fucking fire. Nah, no good. Walks like 20 more feet.
You forgot that she tears his throat out and then walks away.
Right, which takes like 2 seconds. Walks like 10 more feet. Starts eating batteries.
She ate batteries for like 6 hours. You guys don't see that on screen,
yeah,
but
6 hours.
It took her 6 hours to eat the batteries.
Daytime.
Yeah.
Only like
it's just the morning. So I feel like the bar happened at 3 a.m, the witching hour. That's like
still with no sleep now for 50-something hours just straight fucking they're high.
Wait a second. No one has slept. Hold on, you're right. Wait, no one has slept. I didn't realize that. No one has slept. Has anyone gone to sleep?
Only
I know Jean-Luc kind of slept when he was in his coma.
Sleeps through every scene. Oh,
no, please.
Hot take.
No. You take that back, sir. You take that back. No.
No,
but you're right. No one has. But wait, you're right. How they haven't been? Is it 50 hours? No, they've been there 3 days. It's 3 days. They arrived on the 13th, and they have to do whatever they have to do by the 15th. It's 3 days. That's
these last 2 episodes need to start cutting to what the fuck Renee is doing. How close are we to this launch?
How many hours is 3 days?
3 days and 72 hours.
No, is it
Yeah,
24 plus
40,
24 is 48?
48 plus 24 is 72.
Oh wow.
Hashtag
So
math.
it's been more than 50 hours.
I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody
I
knows.
don't care.
Even the
It's gonna
writers don't
be
know. The writers like whatever.
It is. You're right. It's probably we're gonna get to 72 hours because whatever happens on the third day. It's like crazy.
Right.
Like
She said,
whatever.
well, yeah, it was 3 days to the launch.
Yeah. So you're right. So we're probably
So,
at the 50 or 60 hour mark.
but yeah,
But
Yeah.
I
that's
guess.
okay. Do you remember we didn't sleep for like 3 days when we worked at WTMI? We had to go to the hurricane bunker.
I don't know. I mean, I used to. I mean, it's not.
Wh-
It's not impossible
Yeah,
to
when you're on
be up.
adrenaline, you might not sleep.
But considering they're nonstop moving around all the time, they haven't even eaten. They haven't even eaten for like 60 hours.
It's true they haven't eaten. They're just doing all that. Oh wait, no, Rios ate cake. I feel like there's. Oh, and they were drinking at the gala. They had
maybe they had
surely
some hors
they had
d'oeuvres at the
snack
gala.
hors d'oeuvres at the gala. There you go. They had drinks
Robbie's like
and energy.
scarfing down hors d'oeuvres.
There's
He's like, I haven't eaten in 2 days.
If the Borg Queen was in my consciousness and wanted to give me endorphins, they'd have to do is get me like to eat food because I love food. I'm such a
And
food
then,
person.
Gerardi's had, a lot of nutritious battery, so she's good.
I'm telling you, my thing that I presented earlier is very
Picard's
plausible.
blood sugar is probably like dropping fast. He's way old to not be eating that long.
He's been eating chocolate. I feel like so much are getting.
I had Guinan's bar.
Chocolate?
Nuts at Guinan's bar. He's just, and I have a peanut allergy.
So what scenes would you cut out to like have a scene of them eating at a restaurant? Like do you think they should do you think like wait, do you think like in the scene like right in this latest episode in the scene where like she's investigating like at the shop and she's asking the dude where did Agnes go off to, right? Do you think like they should have been both eating shawarmas while asking like just because that's what you would do, right? You'd have to eat on the go if you're like if times of the
I
essence.
mean, if you're gonna have Raffi and Seven bickering like an old lesbian couple, then have them in the drive-thru. At least at least you see them eating. Well, I guess they don't have their own car; they're just walking everywhere in fucking LA. It reminds me of the joke from what was that movie with Steve Martin?
Beaming places actually is what's happening. They're like totally don't care about the.
What was that movie? Was it L.A. Story? Is that the name of it?
In Star Trek 4, they tried to hide the transportations, right? Like Kirk would walk away, or like the elevator doors closed at the hospital. Like they were very careful about like when they transported out. But like in Star Trek Picard, it's true. Picard just beams in on an open street. Like there's with CCTVs. Like didn't he think like we have so much surveillance? Like you would totally get caught like beaming, right? Like he should have been beaming like into places.
I also feel
like to the bathroom. They should have you beam into a bathroom. That's a perfect. There's still no, as far as I know, cameras are not in bathrooms. Have you guys noticed cameras in bathrooms?
I only go to places where there's cameras in bathrooms. No,
I feel like that would have been a great.
I find it funny that like a beam-in effect that any YouTuber could do in 2022, let alone 2024, is the one thing that attracts the doesn't attract all the FBI, just this one guy. But a ship crashing in the middle of France has like zero interest to anybody.
Because it's France, Ruben. Have you been to France? It's France.
The French are just oh, that's just another day in France. Pass the baguette and the cheese.
The French definitely don't have surveillance. There's no surveillance in France. No, there probably is a lot of surveillance. I don't know. I feel like it's rural. Like Le Bar is rural enough that like that could be gotten away with. Who knows? It seems like a weird time that the chateau is abandoned because I feel like wine culture is really huge right now. So I feel like that's like, why would there be an abandoned chateau? We should do research on abandoned chateaus and see. We should buy an abandoned chateau. Like, I bet it's cheap. Do you think we can
maybe trap a woman down there and call her Picard's mom?
Oh,
jeez. Oh my gosh.
Oh, guys,
How do I even respond to that? That's like, good night, everybody. That's like when we. That's like, good night, everybody. Ruben wants to trap a woman down there and call her Madame Picard. No.
Yeah, guys, I think
I would dress up as monsters. Have a little British boy.
We have all of this.
That's my mom.
No, all right, no. That's not how it went down. It was very sweet. We have a couple of comments because you guys never read the comments. I'm the only one who reads.
So they were awake, and they were also awake for hours on the Stargazer. These people have not slept for a good 4 days.
Who said that? Wait, we're here.
Agnes started drinking. Wasn't she drunk on the Stargazer? She's been drunk this whole fucking time, except she fell asleep and woke up and became a Borg. But
this is a good question, Ruben. With all the stars they have mentioned returning for season 3, who is the unspoken surprise star you folks think we'll see next season they haven't talked about? What's his name? The guy who plays Barkley. Murdoch. What's his name?
Yeah, Murdoch from A-Team.
What's Barkley's name?
Oh my
What's
God,
his name?
I forgot his name now. I can't believe it's Dick. No, is it Dick?
No, it's not Dick. He has a cool name too. I'm gonna find it right now. Hold on. Reg. Someone's gonna tell us in the audience before. Dwight Schultz. Thank you. By the way, if you ever hear him speak on a podcast, he's so insanely intelligent. He's cool, Dwight Schultz. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Who do you guys think is gonna be the surprise guest?
The guy who played the Traveler.
Oh, cool. I think actually Will Wheaton also. There's a good chance
he's gonna come fight Loris. The Watcher versus the Traveler.
Fuck yeah.
What?
Loris, who poofed for episode 8. We don't need you this episode. Go stand in the closet or something.
Oh my gosh. What about you, Marcelo? Who's gonna come back?
I think
I'm trying my little jazz up the card.
I think it's probably gonna be Wesley.
Yeah. Will Wheaton. Will Wheaton for sure. I think also, yeah.
William Wheaton.
But I also think that Dwight Schultz will be back. I think he'll be back. I think that Kate Mulgrew might.
Ensign Gomez.
What?
Ensign
Gomez?
Yeah,
that'd be cool. But I think I also think that Kate Mulgrew may reprise her role as Admiral Janeway.
Maybe Tasha. Denise Crosby.
I would love Denise Crosby, but I think she would come back as Sela. No, Sela never died, right? She's still alive in last time we saw her.
Yeah, she's a antagonist in the Star Trek Online.
Picard seems to fuck around with Romulans, so I feel like they would bring Sela back before they would bring Tasha back.
Possibility.
So
maybe have Corbin Burnson come back as that other Q.
I would love Corbin Burnson to come back.
All great possibilities
as the other Q. There's so many possibilities. See, look at us. We're too steeped in nostalgia. I hope Tracy Lee Coco hands Captain LaForge a pad. Unspoken role again for Commander J. He nods. She walks away. That's funny. The Last Supper on Picard, but wait, they didn't show them tipping. They were. This is what you were saying. They were awake for hours on the Stargazer. Yeah, and Girardi was drunk. At least she slept.
Maybe that's how the season's gonna end. This is all them passed out on the Stargazer from delirium because they were up for too long.
No,
and
that's
this is all just a hallucination, and that would explain the entire season.
It was all one big giant dream.
It was just a big dream. It's all in a snow globe and some kid in
music.
Yeah, Cerulean Blue. Ruben gets creepy sometimes. He's watched way too many horror movies. I think he was channeling like a Buffalo Bill in that moment. So we apologize.
Put the lotion in the basket. Put the lotion in the basket.
Joel says Starfleet Boy got drunk and bought a farm in France. That could happen. That could legit happen. Who knows?
Might buy a farm in France.
By the way, this is so absurd. There's no women locked in basements. in this season. Like, this is so absurd. You guys are like out of control.
I think I think we gotta go, guys. If we're like, there's no women like.
Joel says the aliens from Conspiracy are back.
Oh yeah, the little.
Finally, they'll close that loose end. Speaking of loose ends, like that's like the biggest loose end in Star Trek, right? Like the conspiracy alien. That little code went out like way back. Huh?
That always annoyed me because I wanted to know what the fuck was coming.
Yeah.
You know
I guess the Borg were just cooler than the little scorpion things or whatever they were. Like, eventually they were like, oh, we created the Borg and that's way cooler.
Well, the Borg were way cooler.
Some people express Borg fatigue, but I have no Borg. I love the Borg. I can't get enough of the Borg.
This season I wouldn't say anything. There was really no Borg. And
there's no Borg.
But we're seeing the origins of the Borg in a weird way. Like the Queen. The Queen is the origin. She's the first Borg.
Okay.
Not really.
I want to know her story. I hope that she's the last one and the first. She's the first and the last. It's true. That's how
I'm every woman.
She's every.
You fall in me.
Wow. Anything you want, baby. All right.
We gotta, guys. We're singing now. Let's just get.
She's the first and the last and the ones in between. She's everything but nothing.
She is.
She's left and right, up and down.
That's legit. That's the Borg Queen. Like the Borg Queen's kind of like a weird, cool, like super interesting fourth dimensional perspective. Anyways, what do you guys have to promote so we can? I think we should end. People are still chatting though. People are asking us to.
The origins of love or the Borg. I'm glad they removed Seven's Borgness so she can be repressed human as opposed to a repressed Borg cyborg.
Yeah, I got stuff to promote.
Go ahead.
Okay, so
next week.
Yeah. Oh God. So I said enough about that. So do you want to tell them what we're gonna do next Friday?
Next week's a very special Starfleet Boy After Dark. We are doing Marcelo's birthday party here, and we're gonna have some cool special guests, and we're gonna watch Star Trek 2009, the J.J. Abrams entry into the lexicon of Star Trek. So we're gonna watch that, right? Did I say that right, Marcelo? Did I give honor to it?
Yeah, you did. You did.
And Marcelo, are we allowed to know how old you're turning?
Yes, I am turning 34.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, you're not quite as old as I forget. You're 10 years younger. That's right.
I am one day closer to death. Starting on Monday. So
technically you're one day closer to death every day that passes. So
that is true.
It's not just on your birthday. But yes.
Every moment is a moment in time, or every second is a moment in time.
Time is not what you think, but it is what you think, and it's also not what you think.
I'm gonna say black and then white and then green.
Here's a deep cut. Time is like a rhythmic rhyme. It's like the pitter patter of pancake batter. You guys, if you could tell me what that's from, I don't know what I'll do, but I'll award you.
If you can tell him where that's from, we will send you an autographed photo.
Yes. Yes, that's what we will do.
You'll get your very own. One of a kind.
That's a deal.
Made from real cardboard.
So yeah, if you can tell me what that's from, you get to get a signed copy of Model.
I told you I slept with it like this at night.
No, I actually would enjoy that very much. Because you do give the best. You hold people well. You're a very good holder.
I'm a good hugger. I love hugging.
Yes, I've been hugged by Ruben. It's a joy.
Okay.
So next week, less hugs from Ruben, more Marcelo because it's his birthday.
And guys, we're gonna have some. We're gonna have some ladies on the panel, so I'm excited about that because we never have any.
Oh, finally, this fucking sausage.
I agree. I'm so excited about that too.
I hope some women.
Wow, you're gonna scare them, Marcel. If they're watching this episode, they're gonna be so scared. They're gonna be like, "Oh God, Marcel's a little too thirsty." Marcel's very thirsty. He's so excited, and I don't know if I want to be on.
But seriously.
So calmate.
No, but seriously, we seriously have to hide um the liquor and the booze. We gotta hide everything. We
Oh,
just
there's
gotta we
no
go
liquor? We're
first.
not drinking on that one?
No, of course we're drinking. Come on.
Oh, okay, okay.
Of course we're drinking. No, but in all seriousness,
We can drink if we want to.
I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope that you guys will come.
So the way it works for those of you who are still watching, we sync up our copies of Star Trek 2009 and we press play, and then we all just like kind of have a fan commentary. Plus, it'll be Marcelo's birthday. Also, I don't remember who the full guest list is. Do you know the full guest list, Marcelo?
Yeah, I do.
Well, it's a big list, so it'll be
It's a
interesting
bit.
to see how.
I'm
How
not
many
gonna
people can you have
because.
on StreamYard?
Oh
I think I
God.
can have up to 10, so I think we're almost there, or we are at 10. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure about one person.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about it offline. But
Yeah, we
anyways,
can do it.
it's gonna be a fun Getty. So come and join us.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be
Yep,
it's
okay.
gonna be a laugh riot,
The
guys.
online virtual party of the year. What DJ Khaled? What?
Yes. Major key.
But
Marcelo's major
yeah,
key. It's
Magic
true.
Key.
What are we gonna call the stream? Just Marcelo's birthday
No,
2009?
I would
Star Trek 2009 Marcelo's
no,
birthday watch along?
no, I would just say uh uh journey the the Kelvin journals or something like that. Something really profound. I don't
All
know.
right, we'll do that. All right. We'll come up with it before next week. But
Okay.
anyways, it'll be
So
same time, same place. Marcelo's
so
birthday party.
yeah, but if you guys want to hear me on the interwebs, I have two podcasts. One of them is Radio 815, which is a podcast dedicated to examining the work of writer director J.J. Abrams as well as his greater Bad Robot universe. We release episodes of that podcast year round every Friday at 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. But if you want to know a little bit more about me, and if you really want to get close and personal, I have another podcast called the Red Wall Podcast, where I interview interesting people. I tell you, deep, affecting stories of my life, and you get to learn way more about me than you've ever wanted to in your entire life. Also, I have a YouTube channel called Balloon Head Productions, where every Friday I'm a part of this little thing with two other YouTube channels called TQIF, and I've been a little lax on my videos lately, but the video for next week is already recorded, and I just have to upload it, and so that will be all ready to go for next Friday at 7 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I will be leading off uh, TQIF next Friday. So yeah, and I also have a Twitter, a Twitter page. It's Creek Fanatic 88, and if you go to my Twitter, you can find links to everything I do. If that's easier for you.
Right on. Marcelo's birthday, the motion picture. I think that's what we should call it.
There
But
you go.
just, I
There you
kind of
go.
love that idea.
That's good.
Um,
We'll take that.
let's see here. Ruben, what do you got to promote?
Just released an article with Udit Desaja, sound designer who worked on an interesting documentary called All Light Everywhere, which is about surveillance technology and weapons. It's kind of a weird avant-garde experimental documentary. It's creepy what he does with the sound. I got another interview coming out with Philip White, composer. And yeah, check that out on at @rmartian on Twitter. And yeah, maybe some TV pilots one day will actually see the light of day. But I've been working on quite a few of those, so I just can't really ever talk about them. So I don't.
Hopefully one day you will be able to.
Hopefully, and then Starfleet Boy can hate on my show.
Wait, why would I do
Like,
that?
oh my god, the writing on this show is so
Sucks.
lazy.
I will do that.
Lazy.
Actually, you're right. I
And
will
then you
do
fucking
that.
put LAZY flashing across the screen.
I will actually do that. It's true.
In my fat head, like.
No, the truth is I won't have to do that, but you'll finally like see the internet do that to you, and then you'll be like, shit.
And I'll start crying.
I fucked up.
You'll be like,
I'll start wiping my
I wish I
$100
never.
bills, my tears with $100 bills.
I wish I. Wow.
Nobody cares.
Wow, you'll wipe.
Fire
Wow.
up the Ferrari. I need
This
to go
is such
for
a weird
drive.
Starfleet Boy After. This is the weirdest Starfleet Boy After Dark I've ever been on. I'll just say that. I rate that performance a 10. I agree with Joel. So guys, there's no Starfleet. There's wow. Just, Ruben's insane. Ruben, are you even drinking? You're not even drinking.
No,
right?
I don't drink.
You're just like you're high though. You're high AF.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
safe
fine.
to say, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
We're
Hold
not
on,
having
turn
our
it down a little
TOS regular discussion tomorrow. We're gonna hold off for a week, so I apologize for anyone who's like looking forward to that tomorrow, including you, Ruben, and Father possibly. But we're gonna do it the following week. So none this week. We're gonna take a little day off, which is cool because I have to see like an old friend anyway, so I can go see them earlier now, which is nice. But yeah, so we'll be back with Let That Be Your Last Battlefield. Not this week, but next week. But Sunday we are gonna talk Picard, and Marcel's gonna be there, and he's gonna give you his full thoughts. Not just the little glimpses that you had today, right? Marcel, you for real? You're coming
Not
on
just
Sunday?
the usual
Oh hell
mindless
yeah!
stuff
You
he
know,
says.
what? It's 2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock on Sunday, right?
2 p.m. Sunday, yeah, Eastern.
Yes, hell yeah! I'll be there.
All
hell
right,
yeah.
cool. And I think we're gonna have Robbie there. So Robbie, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have Robbie. Yeah, Robbie's gonna return to talk about Picard, so we'll hear his thoughts about it. Maybe we'll get Trek on the Tubo and try to convince him, because he's been kind of shy. What's that?
Geek too.
No, Geek's not invited to Picard, and neither are you. But that's okay. You know, whatever. There's other.
We're gonna
things.
do our own show at the exact same
At the
time.
same time. You should totally do it. In fact, I'll be watching your show distracted while I'm like talking, and I'll just be like talking shit about you guys while I'm on my show, and then it'll be a disaster, and people will be like, "I hate this
Show battle."
show battle." Da, 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 da. But yeah, so hopefully we'll get that, and then also I think Braxton might be there, and also maybe Ian will definitely be there. I'm pretty sure, and possibly Amy. So. Ruben, if you really want to come on, you can, but I feel like you don't want to come on.
But hold up. I just want to point out. I just want to help out my friend Ruben here for a moment. He was on PJ's stream and he did a great job. And I just want to
Thank
point
you very
that out.
much.
I started watching it.
great
And
job.
I was very entertained. I was annoyed that PJ's volume was very low, though, like extremely low.
I feel bad that I didn't say anything. Didn't really bother me, so that's why I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you should always tell the host if they sound different from how they normally sound. It's a courtesy. Now I've shamed you. Okay, live long and prosper, everyone.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.